How's it going, everybody? Almighty Tevin now. And we have an emergency vlog from our good buddy, Dark Surfer Phil. And the last time he did an emergency video, a video like this, probably 2 months ago, maybe less than that. He's kind of doing these a lot now. And as usual, he's wearing a black shirt. Not his trademark black shirt, but a black shirt nonetheless. As Lil Uzi Vert, very wise man would say, who sang it, he ain't got no money. This is pretty much because, well, originally he was probably going to do like a 20-minute long video talking about how he wants to take a day off every week. You got to put it in quotes, a day off every week, because he works so much. He works every day, all day. He's been working 7 days a week for the last 3 years. I mean, that's a lot of work, dude. That's a lot of work. I actually meant to do a work counter. I was going to get a little picture of Rihanna and do a counter for it. But the last time I used my hotkey counter was probably about 3 months ago. And I would have had to find a program and set it up. It would have took me extra 30 minutes before even recording this video. So I said, fuck it. I also wanted to show some other stuff, but it was really going to be just him complaining about money in the pre-streams, which is pretty much the theme. It was going to be the theme of this video. I said, nah, fuck it. I'm going to just do a video on this video since this video is an hour long. Hopefully he rambles like usually and give us his life story for like the first 20 minutes. He probably will. But this is a prequel to this video. This was uploaded on DSP's Twitter. It was a twit longer. Of course, I can't fucking read it the way I want to. So it's thanks to Dragon Killer I can read it. Let me prepare myself to read this. It's like fucking paragraphs. All right. I'm starting to get seriously worried. According to YouTube, my views for February are down 10% from January. Not surprising since Resident Evil 7 gave me a big boost at the end of January. But it's saying I'm making 35% less money this month. As in YouTube/Google ads lost profitability, I can't even say it, profitability in February. A month with huge movie releases. Oh, I get it. A month with huge movie releases and tons of Super Bowl ad revenue. What the fuck? So again, I'm working my ass off, starting new programs like KO Gaming submissions and the like, and making 35% less for it. Because YouTube can't do their job to bring in advertisers? Now I'm really worried, because if these numbers are correct, we're talking major financial issues come April, which I'll get paid for February's earnings. I know I haven't brought it up this month, but please, if you like what I do and want me to continue, http://www.patreon.com/darksidephil, or please sub to my Twitch channel and cheer during the streams. I know you get tired of me asking, and I'm tired of asking too, but it seems the only way we're going to... the text's too small. I can't read it. But it seems the only way I'm going to be able to keep doing this is to have increased financial support from sources outside of YouTube. It's absolutely preposterous that there would be 35% profitability drop in a single month. In a month when there should be more advertisement revenue to go around. It would be one thing my views are massively down, but a 10% fluctuation is perfectly normal, especially coming off of hot new release. So again, I'm putting out good content. You're watching it. We're both enjoying this. But YouTube is basically telling me, too bad, we won't pay you for your work because we're inept at what we do. Feels bad, man. I'm doing everything I can on my end, still in the long process of trying to sell this condo in Connecticut. But please, if you all can, pledge/sub/cheer when you can, and thank you. Oh, if at all can. Wait, if at all can? Shouldn't it be if at all, if you can? Whatever. Okay, so that was his twit longer. Pretty much just him asking for money. GG. And it's sad. I can't even say it's funny anymore. This is just sad now. It's sad because before he went back to Patreon, he would say, oh man, I'm not like those other guys, those big guys on Twitch that just sit there and ask for subs all day. No one asks for bits. I've never seen a streamer say, please give me bits. That's really stupid. Oh, you literally asking for pennies because 1 bit is a penny. You literally asking for pennies. That's rough, dude. That's rough. Even homeless people ain't asking for pennies. At least give them like a quarter or some dimes or something. Anyway, and now we have more to read. I don't know if I can read this in a voice. I can try. My stupid fake DSP car salesman commercial voice. All right. Title of the video, extremely important. Schedule changes and YouTube ads disaster. I refuse to give up. If I feel like being bothered, I might Photoshop a John Cena DSP picture. I don't know yet. All right. I have been a YouTuber since 2008, bringing you live streams and raw, unedited, genuine gaming commentary non-stop. DSP Gaming alone has over 43,000 gaming videos uploaded and growing on a daily basis. From time to time, I see the need to change and or be honest with you all. Today is that day. Change and or be honest. In this extremely important vlog, I find myself, oh God, I'm telling you, the text's too small. I'm looking at it from too far away. I wish I could look at it on my actual monitor I use, but I would have to delay audio and resync audio, and then people post comments. It's paragraph long saying, oh, the audio is desync. So I'm going to just do it this way. Anyway, let me see. I first outlined some necessary changes to my routine for my own sanity, his own sanity, and to improve the quality of life I, myself, and my girlfriend are having. I will be working longer hours in order to take needed time off on a weekly basis. I break it down fully for you in this video. Secondly, and sadly more importantly, YouTube has finally pulled the last straw. I will be damned if I'm going to let an 8-year legacy of hard work, blood. When did he bleed? Does he mean a fake blood and like Project 7 or something? Blood, sweat, and tears, and sweating during these playthroughs because his office too hot. Torn away by a group of inept coders and know-nothing desk workers. Know-nothing desk workers. Isn't that what he used to be before he did YouTube full-time? Now he's a know-nothing Let's Player. In the second half of the vlog, I explain fully what's going on, explain how you can help, and most importantly, I appeal to you for feedback. Yes, give me feedback. Comments are disabled. Email him feedback. Send him physical letters. Find his address. First, folks, I love my job and don't ever want to have to stop doing what I love. I know that you love it too, or else I wouldn't have the hardcore fan base that I have. You mean like 3,000 people probably at best? And they don't even watch all your videos. Let me see here. Coming back through thick and thin to support me and my daily content that I put out for you. Thank you. Let's talk this through and work something out together! Exclamation mark. Want to save money with a new Loot Crate subscription? Visit link here and use discount code SAVEME10DSP. King of Hate, Patreon, other YouTube, King of Hate stream, YouTube, Twitter. I like how you don't put Twitch there. Does this? I assume it do. But I like you don't put Twitch there. Sub to me on Twitch. How do you, I don't know, find it. Find the Twitch, then sub to me. All right, so that's the description. We got 1 hour and 4 minutes of this. I'm going to try my damnedest to make this not a long video. Let me see. Is this camera? Yeah, the camera working the way it's supposed to work. Hopefully the audio ain't desynced. I'm a professional, so I'm going to figure out. It's probably the same time you figure out. Oh, yeah, also, I have a giveaway going on. I'll put the link in the description. It's for the special edition super fancy version of Persona 5 on PS4. So that's very exciting. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Darkside here. Today is actually...
Look how old he look.
Wednesday. Sorry, I almost forgot the day. February 22nd, 2017.
We're going to be here a while.
I'm making a special vlog here.
I position my microphone different every time I use it. It's never the same.
Already about one very important topic, something that everyone who watches my stuff, who attends the live streams, who watches my videos on YouTube, something you need to know. A big
we need to know
change
it.
Coming to my schedule. I want to explain up
you think he's so important.
This change is happening so you understand for transparency reasons, and also how this is going to affect the daily content that I put out on YouTube, so this way you know what to expect every single day.
You think he's so important. That's why he do weekend previews. He thinks he's important. He thinks a lot of people care about this.
When does the stream stream start, where's the videos, etc., etc. So I'm going to outline all of that in this video. But
he thinks people are going to show up to his streams late. Like, oh my God, Phil started an hour early? Like, it's literally going to take one day for the average user, well, the average viewer, to realize that he starts an hour early. Literally one day. Because they're going to show up and they're going to say, oh man, the stream already going on. And they're going to probably post in the chat, when did he start streaming? Oh, he streams an hour earlier now. Oh, okay. Solved. He didn't need a video for that. And him taking a day off, he didn't need a video for that. A day off, in quotes. And the YouTube ads thing is just another way for him to fucking beg for money from his hundreds of fans out of his hundreds of thousands of alleged subs and his 2 million views that probably come from a couple thousand people. Probably, nah, I'm downplaying it. He probably get like maybe 100,000 unique viewers a month, and he get 2 million plays. But out of all of those people, he only get like 100 something patrons. He don't even have 200 subs on Twitch. His fan base is not made out of money, obviously. I mean, you got to be really popular or really be in a targeted. I'm talking too much already. You got to have a lot of popularity, because then it's a lot of people, so it's more people that's going to have money, or be a part of a really fucking targeted ass demographic to have fans that could pay him, that could pay you the amount of money that he want to get. So that, you get what I mean. Pretty much what I'm saying is he don't have enough fans to get what he wants out of Patreon and all of that stuff. This is unless he finds something soon, if he telling the truth and he not just giving us bullshit to try to get more money out of people, he pretty much done for.
Unfortunately, something else has happened. Something that I did not ever foresee at this point. I mean, I'm so blindsided by this.
You probably are blindsided because you're always looking off to the sides.
YouTube and ad revenue, which I know many
might have came right in front of him, but he's looking at his fucking calendar and shit half the day.
About the schedule changing portion of the video,
the schedule changing portion,
and close the video. All right. But it's very important. I need to bring it up because at this point, it's basically putting me at risk of.
Oh yeah, let me change the layout.
Anymore. And
somebody will say, "Oh, I don't want to see all of that extra stuff."
Doing this and get another job because another job wouldn't make as much money as I'm doing.
That's not right.
This, as I've explained many times before.
Yo, encoding overload.
Point, I honestly
what you got going on, yo, OBS? Get the fuck out of here.
Help from you, the viewers, for suggestions. I have a few suggestions.
Is this video
already.
playing at 60 FPS? No, it's not. Yo, my computer about to explode. It's been a long time since I got encoding overload. Let me figure out what's going on over here. Is Audacity fucking up? So close Audacity then. Yo, I'm gonna be really mad if this video got desynced audio and I have to manually fix it. It's been a long time since I have to do that. That should take minutes out of my day. I don't feel like doing that.
Other ways that I can bring in revenue to continue to do this as a job. Because YouTube,
yeah, this video is running at a horrible frame rate so far.
Obviously screwing with things. I have evidence.
Oh well, we shall see.
This video that makes absolutely no logical sense. I'm talking with Machinima about this. Basically, the bottom line is YouTube ad revenue, at least for me on my channels, is down into the toilet. Worse than January, which makes no sense because in January it was really bad. It always is bad in January because you had that big rush for the holidays, right? And then after the holidays, the ad revenue goes boo into the toilet for about a month, and then all of a sudden in February,
why is he telling us all of this?
You've got the Super Bowl, you've got big movies coming out, you get this big insurgence of ad revenue on YouTube.
Insurgence
and for whatever
of ad
reason,
revenue.
on my channels, it didn't happen. In fact, it's even worse than January by a large fucking margin, to the point where if this stands and doesn't turn around, I don't know how I'm gonna keep paying my bills. It's that bad, and it's bullshit, and it has nothing to do with you.
Something I thought about. It has nothing to do with you, but the only way we can keep it going is if you give me more money. Something I thought about before I started recording this video. Does anybody that's close to him in any way, or even kind of close to him, or close to somebody that's close to him, does anybody see these videos? Like, imagine if Pandali Mama say, oh man, let me look on YouTube and see what her boyfriend been doing, that dark side field guy. Let me look him up. And she find this. You know? Or if his parents look him up and they find this. So if even fucking Rambo look it up and find this. They're going to be like, wow, this dude is really really looking bad out here with these videos. Family reunion would be very interesting. DSP show up at a Panda Leaf family reunion. They're like, oh shit, you that dude that's begging kids and young adults for money on the internet. People you make way more money than, I'm sure, and you begging them for money.
And it literally has nothing to do with me. If you actually look at views and everything,
apparently my video is running at 16 frames per second. What the fuck is this?
For the same amount of work and the same
Somebody
amount
needs to start over.
The same amount of everything, and there's no explanation why. I've already put in an inquiry to my partner network, Machinima. I have a little bit of information about that to follow up.
Yeah, this shit is exploding right now.
All right.
God damn it. It's always fucking something.
So let's talk about the first thing first. The thing that this original video was supposed to be about, all right? Oh, by the way, I'm going to mention this. I'm completely disabling comments and likes and dislikes on this video. And you might say, why?
Maybe.
It's simple, because whenever I do one of these vlogs that's very important, and if you actually care about me and my business and my putting out these live streams and videos every day, and you want to see me continue to do this, right, full time, you want to see this video. But there's this element that comes in who just want to shit all over everything. They completely ruin the comments. You know, sometimes I look in the comments for something constructive, and I got to go through 400 insanely just negative, insulting messages to even get to something constructive. There's no point to it. And the bottom line is, those idiots who fucking are gonna tear this video apart.
But with this logic, shouldn't he disable comments on every video he always uploads?
To make me look bad and say all horrible things about, oh God, Phil's...
I think you make yourself look bad when you upload videos like this.
This is failing, and how dare he asked for help and shit like that. They're gonna steal this video illegally anyway and post it on their own fucking channel.
They're gonna steal this video illegally. But he allows that if we give him a video for KO Gaming. If we send him some cock, he allows it. Man. Still in that joke, by the way.
Vile negative comments and shit on their own fucking channels and keep it off them on. All right.
He basically just said, I'm not gonna allow comments because they're gonna post mean stuff. But they're going to steal a video and upload it on their channel anyway, so let them have the mean comments over there on the other channels.
The bottom line is, I want this message to come through. It's very important, and I need your feedback. If you genuinely watch this video, and you genuinely care, and you want to help, you can email me at darkside.
Email him. Send him a fucking email. Send him an email so you don't even know if he read it or not. Or post a YouTube comment so you don't know if he read it or not. But at least sending an email at least posting a YouTube comment takes way less effort. You just scroll down, you click, and you type. Sending an email, I gotta go to the email thing. I gotta type fucking emails in. I gotta fucking type an email and hit send. That's extra work. Like that one extra step is too much work for a lot of people.
Hotmail.com. You can tweet me at they call me DSP. All right.
Yeah, tweet them so you can get called an idiot.
Or if you're a member of my forums at thekingofhate.com,
in his shitty forums, so he can say you another sock account.
Those are the ways you can contact me with suggestions, with input.
I wonder how much fucking short essays are going to be on his forums tonight.
Comments are so fucking toxic at this point. There's no reason for them to even exist anymore on a video like this. All right.
No reason for them to exist.
So first off, ladies,
people shouldn't be able to talk. Get the fuck out of here,
to the state of
you
Washington,
morons.
To this house in the middle of 2014, so almost 3 years ago at this point, if you can believe it. And yeah, time has flown. It does not seem like 3 years.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a choppy video. I really don't want to restart my computer because I'm gonna have to fucking edit this or redo it. Fuck that shit.
Gone good, but in a lot of ways,
I'll see when it's done.
Did not turn out the way that I had intended.
I'm a professional. Don't worry. Don't be
alarmed.
alarmed.
A little about that because a lot of you have no idea what my daily life is like and everything like that. So allow me to explain. When I first moved here to Washington,
we have no idea what his daily life is like.
Because Leanna and I wanted to live together, and we knew that getting a place in Connecticut was going to be incredibly over-expensive. In fact,
over-expensive?
I'm not even kidding you. The mortgage on this house is pretty much about the same payment as the condo in Connecticut. This fucking giant house in Washington, it's not giant, I should take it back, it's a normal size house in Washington. I say giant because in comparison to the condo, which is a rinky-dink place in Connecticut, I'm paying pretty much the same. So that's why I wanted.
So that mini mansion is costing him about $1,500 a month. Is that what he's trying to make me believe? Also, if you live in a condo, you don't have to pay for like water and electricity and shit, right? And I think he has to pay for that where he lives. I think, right? I don't know what kind of situation he got. I don't know. I will have to look through videos or fucking think too hard. I don't feel like thinking about it. I don't know if he renting or what the situation is. But depending on stuff and stuff, like this is not a condo he living in, right? So wouldn't he be paying for like water and electricity and I don't know, gas if they got gas stoves? And if you're living in a condo, you ain't paying for none of that, huh? So wouldn't he be paying more then? I don't know.
Wow, I wanted to get a house for us so we can have a life together.
I don't know about you, but when I look up Let's Players vlog channels, this is what I want to hear about. I want to hear about him and his fucking stupid girlfriend and how much his mortgage payments are.
Just hoping the business we get set up.
Also, he needs help from people that have money, which would mean that these people also have a job, I would assume. So it's like, I'm a grown-up asking other grown-ups for help to pay my bills. Strangers that are grown-ups on the internet. And I'm trying to tell them that I got all of these problems like they don't have problems. And I'm trying to tell them that I need all of this help like they don't need help.
Here should get established here in Washington State, get a job, get maybe.
I could understand if he wanted like stuff to make stuff better, but now he just want money to pay his bills.
And have our life together. I mean, honestly, maybe start a family and that kind of
start
stuff.
A family.
Marriage. These are the things that we were all kind of contemplating in our heads here together when we moved across the country to the Washington State.
You had to move across the country to think about that?
Personal life, we wanted to have a life together here because we didn't live together on the East Coast. She lived with her mom in Pennsylvania. I lived in this tiny little condo in Connecticut.
Tiny condo.
It wasn't going to work out to get a house in Connecticut. It would be so dumb because it was so expensive. We'd have something a third of the size of what we got out here. All right. Plus, by the way, taxes, prices, everything out here is cheaper than it was back home in Connecticut. There's no state tax here. Okay. So that was one of the primary reasons why we moved here to Washington State to this house. Number two, for the business, because I knew getting out of that element of Connecticut where, again, taxes insanely high, state taxes for absolutely no reason. This internet that I had at the condo that really wasn't good internet and constantly would go out and give me problems, and there was no way for me to have higher quality internet, regardless of the fact that techs had been out to rewire the place a million times. It always was shit.
Why is this information part of this video? It's so much backstory. It's so much lore.
By the way, this office is a full tax
if you care about this dude, you know all of this.
Money off my taxes because I have a room in my house that's dedicated just for the business.
You fucking scam artist, finessing the feds. I said that a while back, finessing them. The house is a big tax write-off in quotes because he got his office that he uses just to do business, aka he got a fucking gaming room. And he tells the people when he do his taxes, oh man, I got the office. You go there. It's an office. I don't do anything else in there besides stuff for the business. I guess I'm jacking off was for the business because he did that in the office too. But yeah, I wonder if Panda Lee do that too. If she make enough money, she probably do. That's super fucking finessing and cheesy as hell. But that's how it works. Fucking gaming room is a tax write-off. Soundproofing, that little shitty soundproofing, little tiny bit of soundproofing.
All right, and you know, at one point when I was working with the green screen, I know now it's been a year and a half since I touched it, but that might change. I may be able to use it soon.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to get to that. That's a different subject. But anyway, there was a bunch of things I knew I could do to improve my business that I couldn't do in this little shitty condo in Connecticut with the situation that I had. All right.
I mean, he still owns the condo and he's still paying for it, so the situation did not get better. I have a lot
of health problems, not major health problems, but post-nasal drip. Okay, had it my whole life. That's why you hear me snorting or whatever. Never goes away. Every video I've ever made, you can hear it. Yet people complain about it today like it's something new, and it's been every video I ever put out for YouTube for 8 years. You've heard it. No cure for it or anything like that. Cannot be.
So because it's been around a long time, that means you don't have the right to complain about it.
Cured. My back injury.
His back injury. We bringing all of this up.
Much worse than it is now. My overall health when it comes to eating and everything. There were many things that I wanted to improve by moving to Washington State. Okay.
This makes no fucking sense. He talking about moving to Washington, and that is better for his health. He brings up post-nasal drip. and says it has no cure. What's the point of bringing it up and bringing Washington up? He brings up his back injury, something he has done nothing about since he moved to Washington. What's the point of bringing that up? He brings up, what else he brought up? Did he bring up more?
And by the way, most of them have improved. You know,
what?
When you think
But
about
that
it,
didn't have nothing to do with Washington.
Big jump when I moved to Washington and I had this office. I upgraded all my equipment, the soundproofing, everything sounds so much better.
What the fuck does this have to do with his back?
A giant jump in quality from what I used to do. My health has improved.
How?
As people say,
you ended up getting gout.
I got lost weight. Yeah, I lost weight. I'm a lot skinnier than I used to be. I'm eating way healthier.
He lost like 10 pounds.
Leanna makes us really
in 3 years.
Every once in a while we go out for fast food and it's hilarious because the one time a week that we go out for fast food is to film a DSP tries it. People think that I eat that every day when in reality I'm eating these.
Oh my God, he actually bringing up like he's pretty much referencing like comments under hater videos right here. But he lost like 10 or 15 pounds in 3 years. His back hasn't gotten better. It's all in his fucking head. He let him go out there and try to play touch football. He's probably gonna fall down and not be able to get up. You ever seen this dude walk? He walked like he's 70 years old. I've seen people that are legitimately elders walk better than him. His post-nasal drip has gotten worse in the last 8 years. So I'm sure it's gotten worse in the last 3 years. How the fuck has he gotten more healthy? Because he eats better. He could have did that on his own. He needed to move in. He needed to move across the country and move in with some broad to eat better, for real, and lose like 15 pounds in 3 years, for real. He's that pitiful of a person.
All right. Almost every day that Leanna makes for us. And that's awesome.
Independent grown man, young man. Independent grown man, ladies and gentlemen.
Unless I'm like out either number one lifting heavy stuff, like when there was snow a couple weeks ago and I had to shovel, then it fucking hurt like crazy. Or number two, if I'm out for like a day and I'm stressed out and we've been walking around all day or whatever, doing errands, and I come home, then it hurts a little bit. But it's nothing like it used to be. No more shooting pain, no more numbness. For the most.
You want to know why his back probably doesn't really hurt? Because look at what he's doing right now. You see him, he's sitting down talking, right? You want to know what he does all day? Sit down and talk. The most moving around he does is go downstairs and go upstairs. The only time he does anything besides that is on the weekend when he does errands. And after doing his errands, his back hurts. He just told us that. So how the fuck did your back get better? You just move around even less now.
For the most part, my back is rehabilitated.
Rehabilitated?
Okay. But the one thing that didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to was basically Leanna and I.
So if I have a huge problem, I do literally nothing about it besides lose like 15 pounds in 3 years. And my huge problem is moderately less bad. That means it's rehabilitated. To be honest, it probably hurt less because he lost that few little pounds he lost. But it's not like he lost weight and he looks like he in shape. He looks horrible. He a really bad looking person. Like he looked like he lost weight from going anorexic or something. Like if you see him stand up, he looked poor. He really do. He looked funny. It's hard to explain. Like, you know how somebody could go from being 200 pounds to 150 pounds and they look like they got locked up in a fucking dungeon underground or some shit because they didn't exercise, they just lost weight. And you see somebody that went from 200 pounds to 150 pounds, but they exercised and they actually look like they supposed to look, if that makes sense. Yeah, he looked like he just got locked up in a dungeon for a couple of weeks so he couldn't eat. And he came out of the dungeon and was like, oh man, I lost weight.
And my relationship here,
I'm rambling too much. This video is going to be too long.
Because of the business. All right?
Business.
What I was hoping is that
my Let's Play a business.
We both have successful businesses.
Successful businesses. The Let's Play a business and the soap business.
Schedule that maybe we could, since we're living together, we'd be able to do more stuff together. Because the way it used to be when we lived in Connecticut, okay?
Yeah, we know she would go out there once a month.
Of the month.
I can't believe he's telling us all of this.
Every day I'd be live streaming, multiple hours or multiple sessions, 5, 6, 7 hours of gameplay a day in a lot of cases, depending on what new releases were out or whatever. Editing videos and stuff. And
editing videos?
3 straight weeks. And then I would take off 4
this
to 5
fucking
days.
liar. He did not edit videos back then when he was living in Connecticut, except for during December when he did his end of the year videos. Editing videos. Get the fuck out of here.
Club when Leanna would come visit for the month. She would come visit for the month, and we'd have this kind of basically like a mini vacation where.
How was it a mini vacation if you at your condo?
Time together.
She had a mini vacation.
Do some tourism.
Making you spend all your money because she didn't have a job back then.
Time to, going out shopping and doing stuff together, going to restaurants or whatever in Connecticut. That's how it was. It was kind of like 3 weeks of the month. I worked my ass off.
Worked his ass off.
For a few days at the end of the month when Leanna came to visit, it was like almost like a relaxation period, mini vacation.
I like how his definition of work his ass off is pretty much like the average 15-year-old day. Pretty much. You get home and you play games for like 5 hours, and then you fail school for the year. And then on the weekend you wake up probably like noon, you play games for like 7-8 hours and you go to sleep. You wake up Sunday, you play games for like 7-8 hours, you go to sleep. That's pretty much a 15-year-old's day. And he considers it working his ass off just because he has to talk out loud while he does this, and because he has to hit record. I can understand if he was editing these videos, then I could say, oh man, editing can be considered work. But I don't consider playing games work. Even if you make money doing it. That's fucking ridiculous.
And it was perfect because number one, I would have enough videos saved up from those 3 or so weeks before.
I consider porn more of a form of work than this.
Kind of new gameplay.
At least that takes like energy and
so no one really
a work ethic.
And number two, it gave me some release. It allowed
stamina.
us to have quality time together that we didn't have to worry about like business or YouTube or any of that shit behind the scenes, and we could just.
Why was she worried about that?
Sit down and relax and do stuff together. And, I would unwind, and I would come back feeling refreshed and ready to hit the ground running.
Hit the ground running and play video games.
The next month. Unfortunately, since we moved
this
to
dude got some problems.
State, that has completely gone away. Okay?
Take a sip. I think it's the first one.
In reality, what
hit
has
the
happened
ground running
is my life has become work. Like, my life is 100% dictated.
His life is 100%. Dictated by what?
By work.
Work!
Meaning every day I have to get up and get ready for stream because I stream every single damn day. Now there are a couple exceptions. With today I'm not feeling well.
Okay. I really hate to be one of these kind of people. I go against it completely. I hate to be a YouTube comment pretty much. But I wake up. Just a little background on me. I wake up at like 4:30. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I wake up a little bit earlier that I could kind of get back into bed before I actually have to leave. But I leave my house about 5:15, 5:20. Get to work about 5:55. Get off work 2:25. Get home about 3 something. And I stream every day too. Sometimes I stream like 4 hours. Sometimes I stream like 2 hours if I start late. Or if I'm really fucking tired. But for the most part, I stream about 4 hours every day. 4-5 hours every day. Don't even get 1/100th of the amount of support this fucking cocksucker gets. But that's besides the point. So I'm actually working, and then I get home and work too. I'm basically working twice a day. Because streaming and playing games for the internet is working. So I'm working twice. I get off from work and go back to work. Holy shit, I need to rethink my life. Even worse, I pretty much don't even get paid for my second job. Wow. DSP got it made. He make more money than me and work half the amount of me. Work half the amount I work. I should just fucking start calling streams work. What the hell?
Right, or I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before. Maybe I'll take a rest day here or there. Most part, those aren't fun days off. Those are days when I'm in bed all day because I feel like shit. Or every once in a while, very rarely, maybe 2 times a year.
He's such a fucking cocksucker with his work shit. He really is.
A day or two with Leanna where we'll go do stuff together, and therefore I'll take a day or two.
A day off.
But for the most part, I'm here.
Working
365 days a year. I'm here streaming almost every day, putting out new content for you on YouTube. I don't know if anyone else does that because I don't. Again, I don't follow anyone else on YouTube. I don't watch anyone else's stuff. So I have no idea how they have a work-life balance. But basically my life is work.
Life balance.
That's
work.
just how it is.
Again.
Now, luckily, my work is video games.
Yo,
video
if I had the Rihanna account, it would be going crazy.
If this work was anything else, I probably would hate my fucking life and want to jump out the window. But the good news is, because my work is fun stuff, being able to go on stream and laugh at games and talk to people on stream and on Twitter with social media and post up fun.
I kind of get it if he don't know what else he can call this, but it's so obnoxious to hear this dude say the word work 20, 30 times within a 13-minute long video. And then you think to yourself that when he says work, he means playing games for the internet. Like,
videos and edit cool reviews that people care about and stuff like that. That's why I love this job.
Because
it's fun stuff for work.
But there
still has to somehow be a
if he didn't say it so much, it wouldn't be as obnoxious. But he says it so much.
Washington, is that what I was
it's so bad. So bad.
Since, you know, I was going to have an office, I was going to have a better setup, I was going to be able to do things differently.
I always forget how to actually turn it down.
Stabilize, and I kind of have like a plateau, and this is where I am, and I just stay where I am with the business, and then I'd be able to say, okay, well, now I can finally get a schedule that's a little bit more lax, where I could, you know, maybe have some time off or whatever. And eventually what I wanted to do, if I was going to keep making the money that I was save up money so I could go maybe get another kind of business, like a restaurant or some kind of brick and mortar business, and I could share my time between YouTube and this business venture. You know, not that I wanted to do YouTube full time forever.
So let me get this straight. He can't even mentally handle playing games every day for 5 to 7 hours. And when he originally moved to Washington, he had the idea of saving up money to start a brick and mortar business. No, if you had a brick and mortar business, that is a work 24 hours a day. You got fucking people at work that are calling you all the time. You might have advertisers calling you. You got to call advertisers. You got to send emails. You got to do all kind of stuff, especially if you pretty much running it on your own. That would be work all day. That would be 100 hours of work a week, like you said in one of his pre-streams. That would fucking drive him mentally crazy to try to do YouTube and to try to run an actual physical business. He couldn't handle that. I don't think many people could.
I kind of wanted to phase
that YouTube channel would turn into one video a month very quickly.
If things had gone badly, more than likely by now, 3 years living in Washington, I would have been at a point where I could say, okay, now maybe I could start taking the initial stages to phase out of being a full-time YouTuber and still do YouTube, but do that as a part-time thing.
What happened to all of the times where he said there was no backup plan? This sounds like some kind of fake backup plan. It's not really a backup plan. It was like a forward plan. Hey, if I make a lot of money, I'm going to start a separate business. So I guess it's not a backup plan. It's a forward plan.
And that didn't work out at all. For those who've been following along, you'll know. Since I moved to Washington, it's been roadblock after hurdle after
roadblock after hurdle?
Every possible fucking thing.
After challenge?
False copyright strikes. Multiple ones. DDoS attacks, right? Being swatted.
We got to be told about all of this again,
my YouTube
by the way.
Kicked out of YouTube search when it comes to gaming, which is probably the biggest detriment, because if my YouTube channels don't
this dude is so fucking obnoxious,
when
bro.
a new game comes out, I get 0 new viewers. Like literally 0 new viewers come into my channel to watch my stuff, because when a new game comes out and I'm playing it, none of my videos are showing up in YouTube search anymore, because those false copyright strikes a few years back completely fucked me. No matter how people want to spin it,
he told us in like 20 videos now.
No, like literally, I got false copyright strikes against my channel. I had to delete a ton of videos to prevent even more, because it was a loophole in YouTube's copyright system. I was instructed by YouTube to do this. I want to make this clear.
I was thinking about this the other day. I mean, obviously, I talked about this before. That YouTube and Machinima fucked him over by telling him to do that. But I was thinking about this the other day. He could have just, as LTG would say, he could have just took the throw. He could have just let the channel stay, let the videos stay up, well, set them to private or whatever, set the videos to private, let them stay up, whatever. Take the copyright strike, let his channel get taken down, because his channel would have got taken down. Like, you know, when you can't go to it. It probably would have got taken down for a day or two. And then it would have came back. And then he wouldn't have been taken out of YouTube search. But instead he deleted the videos. And more than a year later, he's still fucked because of it. But if he would have just took that hit for them couple days that his channel would have been down, because you know he would have got more strikes and the channel would have got taken down. If he would have just took them hits for those couple days and not make money for 2 days or whatever, as he would say, he would have been fine right now. Or at least better off. But he didn't. He didn't. He listened to what they told him, which was horrible advice, deleted the videos, and more than a year later, it's still screwing him over. Thanks, Machinima.
Because people don't seem to understand. I was instructed by fucking YouTube to do this because their system sucked.
I thought YouTube told Machinima to do it.
For me. But when I deleted those videos, my YouTube channels just basically plummeted out of YouTube search, and they never came back. So here I am 2 years later from when all that copyright
I've been
shit was
working
going
all
on,
day.
And
I'm working my fucking ass off.
No new viewership on my videos at all. The few people who kind of trickle in, either discover me by accident.
I thought you had 0 new viewers.
Negative. They heard that I'm an asshole. They heard that I'm terrible at games. They want to see for themselves, and they come and watch. Like, oh shit, this is actually entertaining and feels like
what? They heard that I'm terrible at games, and they come over and they're like, oh shit, this is actually entertaining. No, they come over like, oh shit, this dude fucking sucks. Give me a break. You know where he get that from too? Every once in a while, under one of his videos, is that fucking asshole that's probably just saying that shit to get some attention. Oh, well, I was one of those guys that didn't like Phil either, and I came over from this site on play videos, but I actually turned into a fan because I actually like Phil's content. That's pretty much how they word those fucking YouTube comments. The shit seemed like DSP typed it up on his own. It's so fucking cookie cutter and basic. It's ridiculous. But he actually believes these comments, and I think my internet just died, so I might not be able to do this video after all.
It's ridiculous.
God
That's
fucking
the
damn
only
it.
new viewership I get anymore. Ask anyone. It's very hard now. I
hate
bullshit
fucking Cox Cable
and the false copyright strikes. So I went from here's my income to here's my income to here's my income. Then the false copyright strikes hit, and I went down to here's my income. Oh yeah. Then I lost my contract with Machinima that was based on views, and now my contract on Machinima is based on ad revenue. So I went from this income to this income.
Machinima screwed him over.
And now, this big fiasco we're going to talk about later on in this video, YouTube ad revenue is plummeted out of nowhere into the
I restarted my modem.
So now my income,
well, my modem and
so because of this, I've never been able to go from this schedule where I said, okay, when I first get to Washington, I'll work my ass off, and every day I'll stream it. Every day I'll work. And eventually it's going to get better because I can maybe not be a full-time YouTuber anymore. And, you know,
oh, it's too dark in here, too. I just noticed that.
In the clouds or the light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm about to cut the lights on. So.
Getting further out of reach and further
God damn
away,
it.
and now to the point
I'm pissed off because my internet
I don't know
cut
if
off.
I'm ever going to reach it, honestly. But anyway, what I'm getting to here is something's got to give. Because I'm at a point now where literally with Leanna and I, we don't get to spend any quality time together. We wake up in the morning, we see each other for half an hour, if that, to just basically wake up and snap each other out of being asleep and, you know, have a coffee or whatever. I'm immediately to work, right? I can't even sleep in ever. I'm immediately to work every fucking day. You know, most people who have an office job, you at least get a day or two off. Even people who have tough, you know, contracting jobs, people who work, you know, retail jobs and fast food jobs even, you have days off. I'm here every fucking day. For the sake, I never get that peace of mind where, man, tomorrow if I'm beat, I could just sleep in and oh yes. Or,
okay, internet back. I fucking hate Cox Cable so fucking much. Bunch of cunts. Jesus Christ. Your internet cut out, you gotta restart. You just have to restart. The internet cut out randomly. Oh, fuck you, restart the modem. Or call us so we can say your connection is bad with the pole, and then you tell them to fucking come to your house to fix the connection, and then they want to fucking charge you for it. So let me get this straight. I'm paying you for the internet, and to make it work the way it's supposed to work, I got to pay you more. Or just fucking deal with my internet dropping sometimes. Thanks, you fucking assholes. Anyway, I got way too mad about that. But it happens so much, and it always happens when I'm doing something. So it really pisses me off. Anyway, I like how he says, go to work. No, he's off to work or go to work or whatever. The dude act like he taking a fucking carpool 2 hours to go sit in the cubicle all day. But he loves what he's doing. He loves his job. That's what he tells us. And listen to how he talks about it. He hates it. I've had jobs that I hate going to at times, and I don't even talk about him the way he talk about his work.
every day my mind is,
Ooh.
gotta do this for the business, gotta
Listen.
do this, then this, then this, then this, then this. That's how my mind is all day. And then people say, oh, well, Phil, you'd get more done if you didn't have that relaxation time at night. I need that, because all day from the moment I wake up, it's boop, 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 boop.
What the fuck is he talking about?
I give myself a...
He wakes up, he posts a couple of tweets, he streams, he stops streaming, he uploads it. He doesn't even edit every day. And then when he stream, he don't even like interact with the people in the chat. So it's not like he stream every day and he got to read hundreds and hundreds of messages of people fucking trolling him. Like, yeah, he see it when he get trolled sometimes, but he don't need to. He don't need to look at his chat. He literally can stream without looking at his chat every day. And of course, he try to give us the bullshit. Oh, well, I got to look at the chat to make sure the stream's running good. His streams never fuck up. And when they do fuck up, it's Twitch fault or it's YouTube fault. The last time his stream fucked up, and it was actually something on his end, was probably more than a year ago, when he allegedly got DDoS attacked. So he full of shit. Also, you don't need to look at the chat to know if your stream fucking up. You can just look at OBS. OBS give you... People are always bothering me. My niece is in town, by the way, so that's exciting. And I'm fucking doing this stupid ass video, I know, right? But anyway, what was I saying? Fuck. I hate forgetting where I was.
To not think about that, to sit there with Leanna maybe and watch a little bit of TV or whatever. That's what I mean. That's our time together. We watch a TV show or two to unwind so we can go to sleep.
He don't edit his
videos.
mean,
it's ridiculous. We don't have any time to go out and do anything together to have a meaningful time. And I'll be honest here, you know, especially now that she's working and she has a part-time job, we see each other even less. A lot of the times she's going to sleep early because she needs to get up early in the morning for work, while I don't need to. So I'm staying up, especially because a lot of times I'm babysitting videos, or, you know, a lot of the times here I'm getting stuck in the office now. I used to have a schedule where I'd be out of the office by 9:30.
Listen to how he's talking. He's stuck in the office?
I'm stuck in here till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night now. Every day. It's like this now. To the point where it's like there's no work-life balance. We're not even seeing each other anymore. It's just a mess. It's stressful as shit. And you know, the past couple of weeks people have been saying, Phil seems stressed out. Why do you think? This is exactly why. Because there's stuff going on behind the scenes with YouTube stressing me out. And it's not just YouTube. There's a lot of other stuff going on as well that's pulling my attention away from the fun stuff or being able to spend time with Leanna. You know, right now I'm trying to sell this fucking condo in Connecticut, and it's driving me nuts because it's a big, long, arduous process. And every day I'm getting pinged. Can you give me this data? Can you give me that data? This status update, that status update. I got people from the mortgage company contacting me. I got people from the real estate agent contacting me, and they're not jiving. They're not talking to each other properly. They're treating me like the middleman, which is wrong because I'm the customer, and it's just a mind fuck, basically. So all this happening, and there's never a day to just say, okay, get away from it. Never. Never. And that's the problem right now. I'm to my wit's end, really, when it comes to it. And Leanna, too. Leanna sat me down the other day, and she's like, listen, this sucks. You know, we need to change something because we're both stressed to fuck out to the limit. She's stressed out because she's at work, and then, you know, she comes home, she runs her own business with the soap making stuff. And she's cooking still. And, you know, here I am all day. I wish I could help her with a lot of that stuff, but I'm not. I'm in the office here streaming, and then I'm uploading videos, and I'm in the office working. And she even says, you know, you're here all day, but I barely see you. It's true. So, something's got to give. So, we decided, we sat down, and we had a serious talk, and we said, we got to fix this. How are we going to fix this? Here's what we'll do. I'm going to change my schedule starting this weekend. This weekend coming up, okay? So, as early as... It's either going to be Sunday or Monday. I haven't 100% set it in stone yet. Either Sunday or Monday, and obviously I'll announce it on Twitter when this is going to happen. I'm going to start working a little bit earlier, as in 1 hour earlier every single day. So right now, my streams, typically they turn on at noon Pacific time, and then there's a pre-stream, and it usually is done by, say, 12:30, 12:40, depending on the day or whatever. And then we get started with gameplay. We get 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay every day, right? That's changing. It's now going to start an hour earlier than that, okay? So it used to be noon Pacific time. It's going to now be 11 a.m. Pacific time, all right, when the stream will turn on and all that will happen. And I'm planning to do an extra hour of gameplay every day. Now, this is going to help for many reasons. First of all, for a game like Neo that I've been playing for over 2 weeks, imagine if every day that I played it, because right now I think I've done 13 to 14 sessions. Imagine if there was an extra hour, right? That would have been
all right, now I'm back.
13
I
extra
hate
hours
these
of
lights.
gameplay, and I would have probably finished it 3 to 4 days earlier. I would have finished at the end of last week. And this week I would have been able to work on all new stuff. Maybe I would have been able to cover an extra game or something that I didn't cover, right? So this is going to, in the long run, help. You're going to get more gameplay of the games you want to see right away. The streams are going to be a little bit longer, and people are going to be, I think, more engaged. By the way, the streaming has been going so well on Twitch.
People are going to be more engaged if you stream an hour longer every day. But don't stream 1 day a week. Okay, I guess. But he trying to sell it to us as we're going to see games get finished faster. How? He's going to play 1 hour extra a day, which really is like 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So 50 minutes of extra gameplay a day, as opposed to playing. Well, no, I guess he will finish games faster, because that's rounded up. That's 5 extra hours a week instead of 1 3-hour stream. But what if he streamed twice on a day he take off? Then that would be about 5 to 6 hours of streaming, which would just even out. Whatever. Who fucking cares?
People
Who cares?
are engaged. I got regulars coming in every day. Are happy. We're chatting it up. We're having fun, discussing the games. And not only that, but people are subbing. People are cheering. Everything's going awesome with Twitch. Twitch has been pretty much the biggest change that I've made. That's the most positive thing for the experience of the viewers and me, because it's fun to do it and it's profitable. I'm making some money doing it, unlike when I was streaming on YouTube. So everything there is working out well, all right? So there may also be some days where I'm going to work with
It always goes back to the profit, ladies and
I'll
gentlemen.
stream earlier, and
Always
then
goes
I
back
may
to the
end
profit.
stream a little earlier too if I need to. We'll see. But there may be days where I have heavy editing to do, right? I need to do a lot of editing instead. So
Well, you
I'll try
mean
and
one
divvy it out so I
video?
have more time for
A lot of
I'll change
editing.
the schedule
He said
around.
like he's making
This
a
is why
documentary.
every night I put my schedule on Twitter. It behooves you to follow me at They Call Me DSP to know every night what I'm doing the next day. All right. So starting this weekend, I'll let you know on Twitter when this is going to go into effect, whether it's Sunday or Monday. I am streaming an hour earlier every single day. So more gameplay every day. But the trade-off here is that 1 day a week I'm going to be taking completely off from YouTube. There's no live streaming on Twitch, no video. Well, there may be videos on YouTube. If they are, there'll be videos that I already previously recorded and I batched up so that I could upload them and they would go live on that day that I have off. Exactly how it used to be when I lived in Connecticut, where I would have the longer streams and I would batch up the videos, and then on the day off, I would have those go live. That's how it's going to be. Now, the day every week is not going to be the same day because it's dependent on Leanna's schedule, on her work schedule. We have to find a day.
She actually has a
off,
work schedule,
but also doesn't
unlike his.
hinder with the game releases and stuff that are coming out, so that I can work the new releases and stuff on release day. So I'll give you
We
an
got
example.
like
This week,
40 more minutes of this, dude. That's crazy.
Extra stream hour or whatever, okay? And as you know, we've got the release of the Nintendo Switch.
It doesn't matter.
Friday,
It's one
which is on
game.
March 3rd. I will be covering that. It's coming. It's supposed to be coming.
It's one game.
I'll be doing a live stream,
It does not matter.
unboxing it or whatever live, like I usually do with
The
hardware.
fucking PSVR had them
And I'll
on
be doing
release
Zelda
day.
coverage that next day, which is
Feels
gonna be
Zelda,
Saturday
man.
the 4th. But March the 5th, I'm gone. All right. I may have some videos. Maybe
Oh
what
my
I'll do is I'll
God.
play the living shit out of Zelda on Saturday, and then I'll have a ton of videos, and I'll split the videos between going live on Saturday and Sunday. So at least if you're around Sunday and you're bored, you want to watch new videos, there'll be new videos versus nothing.
Of the same game?
Okay, but I'm going to take that Sunday to have a real day off and spend it with Leanna, have quality time, and we'll find some fun stuff to do that day, and we'll also get our errands and chores done. We'll do it all, but we'll have the whole fucking day to do it, rather than me, oh, I gotta get up, gotta get to stream, squeeze everything in.
Listen to
It's not
how he
working.
talks about playing games on the internet. Also, Sunday always was his lightest day. Sunday, he would stream like 3 hours, and then the rest of the day would be Instagram posts from him of him like going to arcades and shit. So that's not really much he given up First of all, and second of all, doesn't he record the weekend preview on Sunday? Is he gonna do it Monday now? Because doing it Monday ain't gonna really have the same effect. Because if he records the weekend preview, that means he still works on Sunday. Because recording the video is work in the DSP.
Okay, so that's why we're making this definitive change.
Definitive change. All of his changes are definitive, and they always change back if it don't work out.
More live streaming every day that I'm here. For the days that I'm not
every day
here,
that I'm here,
still have stuff to keep you appeased. All
appeased.
Right? And hopefully this will work out for everyone. You'll get more of what you want. I'll get a day off a week. I think it makes sense. All right. Okay, that's number one. The big announcement that I had.
Oh my God. The rest of this video, almost 40 minutes. No, 40 minutes. Is him talking about money.
Making this vlog to begin with. But now let's get to part two, the thing that I didn't plan on talking about. Because the bottom line is this month of February, I've been busy with so much stuff. If you remember, there was Resident Evil 7. I wrapped up my playthrough of that. And I played a little bit in PSVR. I was playing Yakuza 0, right?
Yes, I'll listen to this while I look at other stuff on my computer.
Then Neo began, so I started playing Neo.
And make it kind of easier.
A ton of time as I juggled it with Yakuza 0, and then we had For Honor, plus we had the Injustice 2 beta. So there was a ton going on. Not once in February, I'm not even lying here, did I look at YouTube views, or did I look at ad revenue or anything. I was staying completely away from it, because I said, if I just let myself play the games and not worry about stuff, it'll come through, right? And for the most part, if you watch the stuff this month, I think you'll realize, wow, Phil focused in on the games, and that's what it was about. It wasn't like, oh, he was complaining about views or money or anything. No, I didn't let it get to me because I didn't even fucking look until yesterday, because I figured, gee, 3 weeks into the month, I probably should be responsible now and check and see how things are going. Not good, man. It's ridiculous at this point. Now, the thing is, views-wise, all right, just to give you some perspective here, views have been pretty steady on everything I'm doing. It's not like all of a sudden I got
nice plane outside.
Of viewership out of nowhere.
Should have closed my window. Oh well.
It now, you know, it didn't happen. What happened is the middle of last year, the middle of 2016, YouTube changed the algorithm of how to count.
You gotta tell us about this again.
Anyone they were doing it, they never publicly explained it, but they changed the algorithm.
Is awful.
So even though people
watch my video,
not all the views are counting. Okay, it's a fact. There's no fucking other explanation for it. So, middle of last year, I started getting less views. Nothing I could do about it. But, the good news was the ad revenue was still consistent. Throughout the end of the year of last year and everything was looking good. Then all of a sudden, in January last month, it says I made almost like no money during the month. Like, I'm not, basically about a third of, no, I take it back. Originally, it looked like it was going to be a third of my income had vanished.
That's almost nothing.
Because the ad revenue had dried up from the holidays. That in January 2017, even though I worked my ass off, I did Dark Souls the Redemption run. I played Resident Evil 7, which everyone loved, right?
Worked his ass off.
Very popular playthrough. People really enjoyed the coverage I did of that game. And YouTube was telling me, oh,
you see how this makes me feel. And I usually accept a lot of DSP bullshit. I really do. And you see how annoyed this makes me. So imagine how annoyed most other people are that are watching this when they hear him talk about working his ass off and work, and I gotta go to the office and I was stuck in the office all night and I can't see my girlfriend and work. Like, this is a video about a 34-year-old man that plays video games on the internet for a living. Whatever, fair enough. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as it pay your bills. But it's apparently not paying his bills. And instead of him trying to figure out his own way around the situation, he instead is calling out for his fans to help. He wants his fans to help more, but also wants to take a whole day off in quotes. And now and then he also has to cry to us about how he can't spend time with his girlfriend. So give me more money. I'm going to take a day off and I want to spend more time with my girlfriend. Which would, in him spending more time with her, obviously is going to lead to him spending more money. So give me more money so I can spend on this girl that you probably don't like. I guess. I don't know.
Well, you still made a third less than you did the month before. And I'm like, this is so fucking bullshit. So according to YouTube, because they don't do a good job of securing ad revenue for the website. Let's face it, that's a truthful statement. Because
truthful statement.
You can't just buy ads when it's easy. Oh, well, in the holidays it's easy. Everyone wants to advertise, so it's easy because we make a ton of money. So everyone should just backload all their fucking videos to the end of the year so they can make a shitload of money during the holidays, and then it dries up in January, so go on vacation in January. No, fuck you, Google. How about you do some actual fucking work and you actually reach out to the advertisers and you explain to them you're going to have programs that are going to target certain demographics and a certain group of people based off of the information on your site so that they will pay you money to advertise even in a dead month like fucking January. But they don't do that. They're lazy fuckheads. So they just, oh, well, ad revenue is always bad in January, everyone. Wishy-washy, just fucking let it go. It's stupid. So me, I worked my ass off in January. Great views. Right? Views were up. Views in January were higher than the past 3 fucking months. I'm not even kidding. But YouTube, because it's January and the ad revenue's down, oh, guess what? You lost a third of your income. Now, the good news here is 2 things happened. Number 1, you, the viewers, you guys, rallied. You went to my Patreon. You pledge. Actually, here you go. You went to my Patreon.
Well, I mean, you're pointing to me.
My pledges went sky high for January. It was the highest I've ever had.
Sky high was like $200 extra
on Patreon. And you actually made up, I'm not even kidding, you made up for the gap in income because YouTube basically sucks shit and doesn't get ads in January because they suck. So awesome. I was ecstatic. I was like, thank you. I couldn't be so happier with how that turned out because people rallied and said, no, this is bullshit. We like Phil. We want him to keep doing this as a job just because YouTube's lazy fucks and don't get ads. No excuse. Let's keep this going. Let's get Phil the support he needs. And you did it.
I love how the way he sees it is that YouTube can get these ads. They just don't go out to get them.
Thank you, everyone. Seriously, like, amazing. Okay?
It's so hard to listen to this.
Now, here's what happens every fucking year until this year. Ad revenue goes down in January, and then in February, guess what happens? Movies start to come out, and you got Valentine's Day holiday, and you've got the Super Bowl. The combination of those 3 things turns YouTube ad revenue completely around, and you start seeing a massive influx of new advertisements around the first week of February that usually continues from February all the way into the early summer. So usually ad revenue on YouTube is fairly consistent and good from February through like maybe April or May. Then it starts to dry out a little bit again when the summer hits, okay? So that's what should have happened. And the bottom line is, all right, yes, in the month of February, my business was down a little bit viewers-wise, meaning about 10 to 13% less views. In fact, I have the statistic. I brought the statistics to show you guys because I was...
Remember when this fucking jackass joined Patreon, and part of the reason for him joining Patreon was that he didn't want to worry about views and definitely didn't want to talk about views?
As I was looking at YouTube analytics yesterday to try to see how I was doing for the month, my jaw dropped. And here's what I saw, all right? So here's what I saw. So for the time period of the beginning of February to yesterday, okay, that time span, compared to the end of January, which was January 12th to 31st, they tried to find an equivalent period of time that could be measured. My views are down about 13%, all right? That's okay. And you want to know why views are down? It's very simple. Because at the end of January, we had Resident Evil 7. Huge. Hyped. Everyone was excited to see what this game was. It was an enigma. No one knew what this game was going to be. And when it finally was released, it ended up being really good. And it's funny because I played Resident Evil 7 for 3 days. And it single-handedly skyrocketed my views and my revenue and everything. You know what I mean?
He actually has screen caps of this on his fucking video. Are you kidding me? He actually has screen caps of this. He might as well take a fucking picture of his bank account statements at this point.
I mean, can you imagine what January would have been if
what kind of YouTuber does this?
It was already down a third of income, seriously, and now they're going to tell it would have been even worse, right? So this month, February, it's down a little bit. I expected this, to be quite honest with everyone.
He has screenshots showing us that he lost 13% viewers between January 12th and January 31st. Just take that in. Screenshots to prove that he lost viewers. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's all the people who like Dark Souls are gonna watch me play that, but that's not my entire viewer base, right? That's a select group of people who like to see me play these hyper difficult games and fail and rage and all the like that comes with it, right? Now the flip side of that is I've actually been doing way better at Neo than I do at Dark Souls. So a lot of people who like to see me rage and fail
they left,
haven't been around because they watched a couple streams. They're like, "Fuck, Phil's doing good. What the fuck is this?" And they left and never came back. In addition, you know, there haven't really been many other games outside of Neo this month that were superb or that anyone really wanted to see. My Injustice 2 coverage did pretty good. I played Injustice 2 for a couple sessions, I think it was 3 sessions, and overall the viewership was pretty good for that. It's what I would expect for a fighting game, quite honestly. Pretty good. So I was pleased with that. For the beta, that went well. For Honor was a fucking stinky turd. First of all, the game is not fun to watch. The game isn't. It's just not. It's slow-paced action, melee combat. After you see an execution a few times or whatever, you realize you've seen it all. And the game's not very good in my opinion. As you know, I reviewed it on my KO Gaming channel. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm not surprised that For Honor did not garner any kind of real viewership interest. Because I don't think the game's very good at all. I think that people are bought into the hype because the mainstream media rated it so high. Oh, it's so good. And then you fucking play it, and people after 2 or 3 weeks are going to say, this game's fucking boring as shit, and they're going to stop playing it. And that's why I rated it like I did. But, yeah. Didn't get any interest in viewership. People basically saw me play it once or twice and were like, this sucks, and that was it. So, outside of that, what else have I been doing? Yakuza 0, which we already know my Yakuza playthroughs are for a niche audience, alright? Now, the good thing about my Yakuza playthroughs is that usually over time, they get viewership. What happens is people who played the game like to look for people playing it in English rather than in, Japanese with English subtitles and reading out the dialogue and stuff. And usually over time, it takes a while, usually it takes 6 months or more, but those Yakuza playthroughs I've done in the past got good attendance in the long run. So hopefully the Yakuza playthrough will turn out well, and it'll be worth the amount of time and effort that I'm putting into the game, because boy is it freaking long, okay? But for the most part, what else was there this month? Nothing. So of course my views are down. This was
still talking about views.
Now, alright, yeah, it would have sucked if, compared to January, my ad was, or my money was down a little bit from what I made in January. But like I said, typically in February, ad revenue goes up on YouTube. It always has. There's a ton of new ads on YouTube in February, right? And you've seen them everywhere. I've seen them on YouTube. You've seen them on YouTube, right?
And this dude is awful. Oh my god.
So what gives? Well, I look at my ad revenue, and here's what YouTube told me.
I'm dying right now.
This is the ad revenue statistic. So this is ads playing.
He took a screenshot of the ad revenue statistic, negative 35.38% compared to the previous period, January 12th through January 31st. He actually posted screenshots proving that he losing ad revenue dollars. Wow, this is pitiful.
Or people who watched ads don't get it. This has nothing to do with
so
ad
desperate.
blocker. Nothing like that whatsoever. What this means is the amount of money that I made on YouTube from this period of time compared to February, I'm down 35%. More than a third. Now, last month was bad. I'm now down a third more from last month. So at this point, I'm not even exaggerating. Basically, my income for February is down about 50% from what I would usually make on YouTube, and I made all last year. Why? This makes no fucking sense. If this is the truth, if, in February, my views have been down 13%, then my ad revenue should be down 13%, right? Because 13% less people watched my videos, so 13% less ads were viewed, and therefore I should be making 13% less pay. Not fucking 35%. Nothing about this number makes any fucking sense at all. Any logical human would look at this and say, what the fuck does that mean? That is bullshit. That makes no sense. It would be one thing if you were on YouTube in February and there were supposed to be ads and there were none. What were all the ads? I don't understand. I've seen them. Movie ads playing, product ads playing all over the place. So why the fuck did I not make any money when everyone watched these fucking ads? What the fuck? It makes no fucking sense. So here's what happened. Okay, I wrote my partnership company Machinima.
This is
because I need to get to the bottom of this.
This is so fucking cringy right now.
The reporting's wrong. Okay. So I wrote them this notice last night. I said I need an answer because
he needs an answer.
How am I going to pay my bills when you're now telling me I'm making 50% less money than I used to, and it has nothing to do with
this.
me.
So this at YouTube, which part of like, are you fucking kidding me?
13%. So it's not me. This 35% dip is insane, and it's YouTube, not me. Okay. So here's what Machinima responded with. First of all, as usual, I don't think they answered my question or understood my question. Whenever I write to Machinima now, I basically kind of get an answer, but it's not the answer I want, and I have to go back to them 3 to 5 times to get the answer I want.
Wait, so he has to go back to get the answer he wants. Oh man, this dude is a child. He is a child. Oh my god.
They came back to me with data, and they said, "Well, Phil, if you look at the amount of ad impressions you had in January, and you have the amount of ad impressions you've had in February," and they did all this math. I'm not going to get into the fancy part of it, but the summary is, according to Machinima, my ad impressions, meaning the amount of people who watched ads on a daily basis, is about the same. I didn't go down when it came to the amount of people watching advertisements in February at all. Basically, what the guy explained is like, well, you have to understand that February is going to
my camera
several days shorter than January.
It'll probably work a lot better with the shadow too.
So yeah, you're going to have a little bit less income this month to begin with, and yeah, as you can see, you have 13% less views this month, so you're going to have that dip in ad revenue. And that was basically where he ended it. And I'm like, now, okay, so this good data, because the data is basically telling me that it's not that like people came in with ad blocker out of nowhere, a bunch of people, and blocked every ad on my video, all my videos on YouTube, and I was making no ad revenue because everyone was ad blocking. That wasn't the case. According to Machinima, the ad impressions are pretty much equivalent for January and February. So there's no change. The same people are coming and watching all my stuff. But for some reason, I made 35% less money. And that's what there's no explanation from. So I pushed back to Machinima. I said, no, thanks for that data, but that's not what I wanted. What I need to know is, why is it then, if the ad impressions are the same, why am I making 35% less money? Because that makes no fucking sense. None. Now, I have a few things to say about this. Number one, is this just me? Is this some bullshit happening to my channel only? Or is it happening to other people? Are there other people out there who are YouTubers who are experiencing a significant dip in revenue this month for no fucking reason? It makes no sense. There should have been an increase because there were more and better ads on YouTube, yet YouTube's telling me I did a 35% worse. So, what is it, me or is it other people? Because at least if there's a few other people who it's happened to, maybe we can have a commonality, a common ground, and look together and say, what the fuck is going on here? That's number one. I can't believe that this is affecting everyone. I can't, because you would think
this is how bored I am.
A third of their paycheck cut away. Just think about that. You go to work, you work your ass off, the same schedule. You
work your ass off,
and then they give you your paycheck and it's a third less. Oh well, sorry, no explanation. What the fuck? What would that? You go nuts. You fucking say I'm gonna sue your ass. So it's bullshit that this is happening with YouTube. I deserve an explanation, right? You would think that if this was affecting bigger YouTubers, they'd all be talking about it. Oh my god, even though I get 1 million views on every fucking video, which is me yelling at a fucking camera, talking about, talking head about some dumb fluff.
I love this bum, basic bitch bullshit he gives us every single time he talk about bigger YouTubers and he talk about money. His logic is that just because you make a lot of money, you don't have the right to complain about making less money. Like, really? With that fucking logic, homeless people could say, well, you have a job, you make anything, so you don't deserve to complain about making less. DSP, let's get it straight. DSP makes more money than probably more money than most of the people watching this video on his channel or on my channel. He don't make enough for what he want to get in life, but he probably make more than all of us. Well, not all of us, but a good bit of us. And that's the honest truth. And his logic is that YouTubers that are bigger than him, I was about to say PewDiePie, YouTubers that are bigger than him don't have the right to complain about getting less views because they make a lot of money anyway. But by his logic, we can say he don't have the right to complain about making less money because he still make more than us.
Piece, and you make millions
He is
of
so
dollars
fucking dumb.
My ad revenue's down.
So fucking dumb.
You would think you would hear that. No, I've heard nothing, right? I haven't heard anything from anyone saying the ad revenue is a disaster in February. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this is affecting me personally. Only, am I being targeted? Is it an error? Was it a mistake? You know, is it going to be fixed? What is the deal? So I'm waiting to hear back from Machinima. Bottom line is, I'm in a bad place, man. This is bullshit. And at this point, I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. I've been doing it for a living for 6. This is the epitome of bullshit. This is called a complete lack of accountability by a major corporation that basically thinks that they're hot shit. Google thinks they're hot shit. And when I see something like this, I say, this is bullshit. And I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. I'm really not. I love doing what I do. I love live streaming. The live streaming experience as I went back to Twitch has been amazing. Can't say anything more positive about it. I love putting out videos for YouTube. Listen, KO Gaming is having a reinvigoration right now, where I'm having not only my own edited content like game reviews and countdowns and first impressions videos, but we've got viewers who are submitting content, montages, and abridged versions of playthroughs. And this is how you don't play videos. It's kind of a renaissance when you think about it for my stuff, where I'm now involving myself with the viewers directly. This is great. This is positive stuff. I'm not going to let myself get shut down by a bunch of fucking nerds who work for
Renaissance.
Google, who don't know how the fuck to do their jobs. I refuse. It would be one thing if I totally ruined my own self here, and I was here, and I all of a sudden one day, you know,
you
I
did
was
ruin
caught
yourself.
off camera saying racist remarks, and that was the end of it, or something like that. You know?
Caught off camera saying racist remarks, as opposed to forcefully saying racist remarks on camera on purpose, which is what he's done. Caught off camera saying racist remarks, as opposed to caught off camera jacking off.
You know, last year, the incident, right? That could have been the end of me. We got through that. We've been through so much shit together.
Together?
8 years I've been on fucking YouTube. Do you really think that because a fucking nerd at Google
a nerd at
know
Google
how the fuck to actually enable ads properly or count ad revenue or whatever the fuck they did wrong, do you think I'm going to let that end me? Fuck no. We're going to find a way to fix this. All right? So, I'm waiting for an answer from Machinima. I'm going to pound the fuck out of them if they don't answer me. I'm going to get an answer. I want a fucking answer because this is my livelihood. And no one has a right to just take my livelihood away from me like this. They've already fucked me with their bad copyright system and the false copyright strikes. They fucked me by taking my YouTube channels out of YouTube search. They fucked me again, left and right, every few years by changing the algorithms of how popularity on YouTube is calculated. And my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point, it's time to push back. How you like that for an analogy? So, at this point, I want an answer. I'm going to fucking pound the fuck out of these guys until I get one, and it better be a goddamn good one. Because I'm not accepting, oh, well, it's just some flaky bullshit. No. Because if this happens again in March, that's it. I'll tell you right now. January, that was bad. But because of your support on Patreon, it made up for it, and I was okay. All right? This month, this is terrible. This is disaster mode.
Disaster mode.
We're talking thousands of dollars, I'm not exaggerating here, in lost revenue. And if this doesn't fix itself, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills come April, because this the way it works is it's a 2-month stagger. So
this is why you don't give a bunch of information to people on the internet that don't even know you. He said that his mortgage for his mini mansion is almost equal to the mortgage he paid when he was living in his condo. Based on other information he's given in other videos, the mortgage he paid at his condo was about $1,500 a month. So he's paying about $1,500 a month then, right? Based on this information, right? Okay. I would assume that's his biggest bill. Even if you say he got to pay like, I don't know, $4,000 in bills a month, he say he losing thousands of dollars So that means he's still getting thousands, or is he losing thousands and he getting like $400 this month? Well, next month, what? But if he losing thousands out of thousands, plus he got Patreon, plus he got Twitch. Well, I'm gonna just say Patreon. I don't know what exactly he want us to believe or what he want us to remember, what he think we remember, what he remember telling us. But a lot of this information just fucking clashes with each other. I don't know.
Right now, I'm making less money. I'll receive that lower amount of money in April. I don't know, and especially because guess what April is? It's tax time, because I got to do my taxes in the next few weeks to month, and the first payment due is due in April. How the fuck am I going to pay my taxes if I'm getting thousands of dollars less a month? This is insanity. This is fucking insanity is what it is. YouTube is about to fucking get the shit blown away from them, because I'm not putting up with this anymore. I don't care if I have to make fucking videos to get people to come together to put an end to this shit, but I'm not going to let my livelihood get pulled out from under me because these fucking assholes don't do their job. I'm just not. 8 fucking years of my life I'm going to throw away now because these assholes can't fucking do their job? No. I'm going to fucking... Oh my god. We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out some way, alright? So anyway, you can tell I'm a little peeved about this fucking issue, right? Because this is my fucking life. I worked my ass off to be where I am and to keep doing this as a job, and I don't want to see it go away, alright?
Worked his ass off.
The obvious things you can do to help. Again, I hate to be a broken fucking record and make a video like this every month. I never want to make a video like this again. I wish I could win the goddamn fucking lotto. So
Why
I never
are you cursing so much? Who is he supposed to be angry at?
Come in and play games casually.
Like, who is he supposed to be angry at here? Is he angry at the viewers? Is he angry at YouTube? If you're angry at YouTube, why are you angry at YouTube and asking viewers for money? What do you have to yell and curse for? That's not going to get your point across.
Experience with you. I don't know if we're ever going to get there. I got to go start buying lotto tickets, I guess. But I digress. I don't ever want to do this, but it seems like once a month I have to make a fucking video.
Once a month.
YouTube fucks the fuck up every
It's like
month.
his period.
All right?
Once a month he got to ask us for money. That is a godlike.
Watch the videos.
That's so fucking sad.
But that's, I mean, duh, that's common sense. Everyone knows that. And according to YouTube, you're doing that. Right? Okay, there was a 13% dip in February. Yeah, because I'm playing Neo all fucking month and the games were slow. In March, just give you some perspective, we got Horizon Zero Dawn, the launch of the Switch, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Mass Effect Andromeda, the final Dark Souls 3 DLC, and MLB. All in March, plus there's more. There's going to be episodic content and stuff coming out. A ton of shit, right? So, March is going to be crazy. I think people are going to be watching in droves. But, I gotta fucking make it there. I gotta pay my bills, you know what I mean? So, outside of just watching the videos and watching the stream, you can pledge to my Patreon, and I'll say it again, $1. I'm serious about this. There's thousands of people who watch my content on a daily basis. If you watch the videos I put out on YouTube, at least 1,000 people a day are watching my videos on YouTube. When a big game comes out, Resident Evil 7, ridiculous amounts of people came out to watch that, right? $1, ladies and gentlemen, to my Patreon. If everyone who watched gave me $1 a month, I would never have to...
You cannot say if everyone that watched gave me $1 a month. You cannot say that. Most of those people don't like them. Most of those people are legitimate kids. You make Let's Play videos, DSP. Let's Play videos. That's not the biggest thing to try to get money from your viewership for doing. It's going to be a very small percentage of those people that actually have the means to give you anything.
Mention this horse shit ever again. I would be free of the fucking shackles of YouTube's ineptitude, these fucking nerds who don't know how to do their goddamn jobs, and I'd be able to fucking just...
The nerds who don't know how to do their jobs.
Fun like I used to. Because a lot of people, I'll be honest, say
at least they don't have to make YouTube videos begging for money a month.
Why is it that back then, way back then, when you started on YouTube, you were so, you didn't seem to have stress, you didn't ever have to talk about money, you didn't start talking about money until 2012. That's true. Because back then, it was the gravy train, baby. When I signed with Machinima in 2011, are you kidding me? I was making insane amounts of money. Like dirty, rotten, this is way too much fucking money for just playing video games kind of money. And it was crazy. Why on earth would I ever have felt any stress around me, right? For me, it was like I was thrilled, I was excited. Every person that I ran into, I was ecstatic and happy with, and it was a different thing. And then, of course, reality hits and things don't go as well as planned, and, you know, things just kind of go on a downward spiral in a lot of ways. And, you know, now we are where we are now. And now the stress, like I said, hopefully the schedule change I'm about to do is going to fix stuff. It's going to, at least in some proportion, give me the stress relief that I need to have the day off a week. But that's the thing. The stress is probably never going to permanently go away, but we have to find a way to at least keep the fucking business afloat, okay? So,
business. We have to find a way to keep it afloat.
Please. I mean, there's some people who were incredibly generous last month. Thank you. I just want to say this. Please do not feel pressured to pledge to my Patreon unless you can actually afford it. I want to say that too. I know that it's not, oh my...
If everyone that watched my video gave $1, then not even 10 minutes later, don't do it if you can't do it. Maybe you should have said that first.
I've been watching his content for 8 years, and he's going to go away now because YouTube's fucking him month over month. Well, I don't really have a lot of money, and, you know, I really need the money to do my own stuff, but I'm going to give him my money. No, please no. Only if you have the disposable income, you like watching my streams, you like my videos, and you can, you know, afford to do it, please then.
Now,
then that's the kind of people.
In 2012, I wonder if in 2012 if somebody would have came up to DSP and said, "Oh man, I'm doing really bad, but I would really like to keep doing this thing I'm doing." I wonder if he would have gave them any money. Probably not.
Well,
Would DSP in 2012 give money to a dude that's just like DSP? Would he have done that? I don't think so. I highly doubt it.
People who watched, everyone who watched, $1 a month for me to keep putting out the insane amount of stuff that I do for you. I think $1 a month is a pretty good fucking asking price. You know what I mean? And I never wanted to be in this situation.
$1 a month is a good asking price.
Patreon. I never
He's selling us. He's selling himself.
Them, right? YouTube has put me into this fucking position. And I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of choices in my behalf that haven't put me in this position either, right? Of course there were bad miscalculations, finances and stuff. But honestly, who could have foresaw the fucking tidal wave of bullshit that happened, starting with me moving across the country?
Who could foresee anything?
There's so much bullshit that's happening.
That's how life works.
If my income had stayed,
either you prepare for stuff in the future or you don't.
I wouldn't need to be doing this. I never would have adopted Patreon. When I moved in 2014, I was making enough money to pay for everything and more so. And then all of a sudden, the income goes down, false copyright strikes, all this. Now I gotta adopt Patreon.
In 2014, when he moved, he was making enough money for everything and more. But it's videos on YouTube from his pre-streams from when he moved, when he was begging for people to sub to him, to help out because it was going to be a costly move. But he tells us 3 years later that when he moved, he had enough money to move and more. All right then, thanks.
And this and that, ridiculous. Okay, so please, if you can, pledge to my Patreon. If you want to get in for this month, you've only got 6 days left. Actually, by the time you watch this video,
of course he upload these videos at the end of the month. Of course he upload these at the end of the month because uploading at the end of the month is gonna make the video stick a little more. You know, if I pledge $5 to his Patreon now, it's a smaller chance. It's a smaller chance that I may not forget, a bigger chance that I'll forget, I guess, whatever. And then I might end up giving him $5 next month. And I notice 2 days after I give him $5 the next month, oh man, I ain't mean to give Phil another $5 on Patreon. That's why you do this shit at the end of the month. It used to be you did it at the end of the month, I thought, because you would have less time to cancel. But now when you pledge, it automatically take the money. So coming up with another reason why.
So please consider it, all right? It's very important at this time with this fucking ridiculous 35 goddamn % less income compared to last month, which was already down. This is insanity at this point, all right? It's basically do or die time. It's emergency time. If you watch my live streams on Twitch, consider subbing to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/DarkSidePhil, and or cheering during the streams. People have been doing this tremendously since I came back, and it's really helped me, all right? Twitch has now become a significant source of income for me on a monthly basis. I'd like to keep it like that. If we could get more people coming to the streams and more people engaged and doing this stuff, maybe, right, it'll become 50-50, where 50% of my income's from Twitch and 50% from YouTube. It's never been like that. Usually
what about Patreon?
Like 90%. And then you got Patreon, you got a little bit here maybe from Twitch or whatever, that takes up that last percent. Maybe we need to find a way.
So he trying to make me believe that $1,500 a month isn't even 10% of what he makes overall? That's what he's alluding to right here. Let me rewind this a little bit.
It's never been like that. YouTube's always been like 90%. And then you got Patreon, you got a little bit here maybe from Twitch or whatever, that takes up that last percent. Maybe we need to find a way that I can make more money on Twitch so that it's not that big of a concern with the YouTube ad revenue issues anymore, all right? But
yeah,
outside of that,
he's alluding to, what he's alluding to right here is that Patreon isn't even 10% of what he makes. He make that much on YouTube and he asking for more and he begging like this. Like I say, he alluding to it. I don't know if it's fucking true. I'm not about to say it's true. I'm not about to say that's the case, but that's what he implying. What the fuck?
Can anyone think of ways that basically I could have fundraising and or make money doing what I'm doing that doesn't involve direct ad revenue with YouTube? All right. One idea that I had would be like merchandise, like t-shirts, like Teespring, where you can order these t-shirts. It's a campaign, so they don't make the shirts unless it reaches a certain number of orders. So there's no initial investment cost. I couldn't afford that anyway. I have no money. There's no initial investment cost, and people could maybe get t-shirts. Now last year, it was a dummy shop that I created on Teespring. It wasn't one that was serious. I made really terrible designs on there. I know they were bad, but I just wanted to see, could I get the shop up and running? Would there be interest? And it seemed to me that last year people were like, yeah.
It was a dummy shop. So because the shirts didn't sell, he's going to pretend like he made the fucking shop to see if it worked. He basically trying to tell us that he made a parody Teespring to see if it worked. What if people would have ordered a bunch of shirts? He would have got their money, right?
I feel we'd be interested in Teespring, but not, shitty designs. You got to have someone make good designs or whatever. And I'll be honest, I was thinking about doing it, and I kind of got lost in the shuffle, and I never really ended up going back.
How did he get lost in the shuffle? What does that even mean?
I just got enveloped in all the work last year between the vlogging and the new
That doesn't mean you got lost in the shuffle.
And the DSP gaming stuff.
Okay.
And it sucks because that was an opportunity that I had that I squandered. Here's the deal. If there are people out there who are good at artwork, I mean, I've got amazing people who've been submitting some really impressive.
Make me some free artwork so I could sell the shirts. And if I make a lot of money, I'm going to give you some of it.
And art to my streams and stuff recently. You've seen it on pre-stream if you've been watching. If you want to make some artwork, high quality artwork for shirts, I'd be willing to toss you a few bucks. Now, I can't throw you $1 million, and I certainly can't give you a cut of every sale of a t-shirt, because the whole point here is fundraising for me so I can keep doing this as a job. All right? But
wow, he uploaded he did an update video that just went live 10 minutes ago, so it's another video after this.
A few bucks here, or maybe,
Jesus Christ.
If it's a design that's so good that I end up selling a whole bunch of shirts and making profit on it, then maybe I would, I'd be able to give you something reasonable for it. But that's the thing, I'm in a situation where, oh man, if Phil would just have good designs, that's nice. Well, I'm not a graphic artist, and I don't have money to pay anyone. You know what I mean? So, if you're interested, you want to maybe make a few designs. Last night on Twitter, I asked, gee, what would people like? And there were so many suggestions, sayings and things, and nothing I can do. Wow, dude, I was rolling. That's bullshit. Instant death. Some of the catchphrases I said, like blah, 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 triplets or whatever from over the years. Any of those. And if there was good
I don't even
artwork
remember
with
that.
it, people would probably want to buy the shirt. But that's the problem. I'm not an artist.
What kind of supreme inside reference t-shirt would that be? It's like a little 2D drawing of DSP flailing his arms like that, and it say, wow, dude. Why the fuck would I wear that? Well, why would you wear any t-shirt that's an inside reference, though? To be honest, it's a fucking gaming shirt. I really think a lot of people that buy these type of shirts, they just buy them to support the people. They don't really fucking wear that shit. I don't know.
Okay. If you are and you want to make some designs and run them by me as like a demo or whatever, and then we can maybe hash out some details of how I can pay you back or whatever. All right, let's talk. Again, I told
you don't even know how he's gonna pay him.
hotmail.com. You can tweet me, although I would say don't tweet me for stuff like this. I get so many tweets a day, it's gonna go into the shuffle. Email me, or excuse me, I swallowed the wrong way. Or you could PM me on my forums, thekingofhate.com. All right, so that's one idea I have. Teespring. It's not gonna be a great idea. Maybe I'll sell 20 shirts a month and I'll have a couple $100s of extra revenue.
Couple hundred?
You know what I mean? I really don't foresee that because I put t-shirts.
I don't know how much you make on Teespring.
All of a sudden, I'm selling hundreds a month.
I should make a t-shirt.
I really don't foresee
so people can say,
happen.
"Oh man, I would buy your t-shirt if you made one," and then nobody will buy.
I was the epitome of my
That's what
popularity
people do.
in 2012, and I was doing Project 7. Those shirts barely sold. So you know what I mean? I don't know what the solution is here. A lot of people have said make better perks for your Patreon, and I always say, okay, sure, suggest some. And then they immediately suggest perks I can't do. Like, why don't you do a show or a vlog or something where it's private for a day or two, you only give it to your patrons, but then later on it goes public for everyone else, so it's like advanced access. Can't do it. Because already when I started with Patreon 2 years ago, I had people who hate me who said, I know what I'll do. I'll pledge to his Patreon under a different name. And as soon as he has one of those videos, I'll just fucking publicly give everyone the link and everyone will have the video from day one. Ha ha ha, fuck DSP. And that's the truth. I'm not making that up. So I can't. That's one of the things that, you know, other people do. I cannot do advanced access to videos on Patreon. It's just, I can't do it. All right? I wish I could. I can't. Some people have said, why don't I have an ongoing patron multiplayer event where patrons can pledge a certain amount and they get to play with me every month? It's a good idea, but the reason I haven't done that is because there's not always consistently a lot of good multiplayer games to play, quite honestly. I mean, take a look last year. Last year, all right, all the multiplayer games that came out, Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, Uncharted 4, Doom. At the end of the year, I did a multiplayer event. Guess what? Everyone wanted to play Overwatch and only Overwatch. It's like, well, you know, to do an event like that, plus it's a ton of work to have logistically, have everything work, and especially the schedule that I've been working, as you know, it's hard to make that work. And honestly, how many people are going to pledge just specifically for that event? We had, what, maybe 20 people who were interested and who participated in the Patreon multiplayer event at the end of the year. So to do that every month as an ongoing thing will get me, what, an extra $50, but I have to reshuffle my entire schedule to do it? I don't think that's going to honestly work. I don't, okay? What are other ideas? You know what I mean? Like, what are other perks? 9 times out of 10, when people say you should have better perks for Patreon, and then they tell me the perks they want, it's all stuff I can't do.
He just said that.
And it's ridiculous because you look at other people who are super successful on Patreon.
Fuck?
Oh, well, if I reach this certain amount of funding, I'll make a special video. It's like,
I already do that.
but that's what I do now. I make videos every fucking day.
Yeah, you make special videos like this one where you beg for money for fucking 40 minutes.
What special video am I gonna make? You know, I'm already doing game reviews. It's like the events that I do as rewards for Patreon every month. Those are time consuming, but I do them as a thank you to the patrons for hitting the funding. But I don't know, like, what special event could I do outside of a Patreon goal? I don't know. You know,
oh my God.
Like I said, it sucks because there's other Patreon into such. Oh well,
let me fix my
pledge to Patreon, you know, we're gonna do a special Q&A show when we hit this certain criteria.
I already do that.
Or whatever. I already do that. I already have Ask the King. I already do all that shit. Those are the perks I have now. If you pledge, you can get your questions answered on Ask the King, and you can get a private Q&A video. That's what I do now. So I don't know what else I could possibly do on Patreon that I would have time to do. Keep in mind, I'm a one-man show. That's the other problem. Oh, well, this particular group of YouTubers has a Patreon, and they have these amazing goals where they do these events. Yeah, because they're a group of fucking people. They're not one man working out of his office from Washington, you know, where they can, oh, one person has time to work specifically on this project or whatever. I don't have that flexibility. I'm here, I gotta cover games, and I gotta be doing my own thing every day. Now I'm gonna be working even harder every day. I'm gonna be working an extra hour or whatever, so I can take that day off and unwind. But I don't know. If you have concrete suggestions for Patreon to improve it, you think more people would pledge, please, by all means. By all means. You can post them up on the forums. Again, email me, whatever. I need this feedback. I need positivity. I need support. I need basically everyone to say, this sucks. What's going on with Phil and YouTube? Let's get the word out. What's going on? Maybe we can get some extra people watching his stuff. Maybe we can get people who normally wouldn't pledge to Patreon pledging. You know, last month, excuse me, amazing positive outpouring. And again, I gotta say thank you to everyone. You guys saved my ass in January. But again, now it's February. Worst situation now. For no fucking explanation or reason. And again, I gotta fucking find out.
Yes, DSP. I'm gonna tell my in real life friends to watch this shitty Let's Play. First of all, I'm gonna tell my real life friends to watch Let's Plays, which is hilarious enough. Then I'm gonna tell my real life friends to watch a shitty Let's Player, which is even worse. Then I'm gonna tell them, well, I'm gonna imply that they should give him money too. Because the only way you can help DSP, the only way you can help him is by giving him money. Watching him isn't going to help anymore unless you count as 1 million views. Watching isn't going to help. You literally need to give him money to help him. That's the only way you can help him now. Even though it's like 80 other ways he make money on the internet. And he wants us to tell our real life friends about this. Hey man, watch this fucking train wreck YouTuber. Okay man, thanks. No, DSP is not a good thing to spread to other people because you're pretty much introducing them to something that they're probably going to hate. And it's going to make their life at least 1% worse. Or you're introducing them to something that's going to just waste their time. You're not going to get any enjoyment out of discovering DSP. If you do, you're a very interesting individual.
I'm going to fucking hound until I get a fucking answer because I can't let my business go out of business because
business.
Google's a dipshit and doesn't know how the fuck ads work, ad revenue, and
they don't know how ad works. So he knows how ads work though.
But that doesn't solve the immediate problem that I need income in the to make up for this lost income, okay? So, please watch the videos, spread the word about the videos, Patreon, on Twitch when I'm streaming, sub and or cheer, and ideas, whether it's Teespring, your artist, you want to maybe submit some cool t-shirt ideas, please send them my way. Or you have good ideas for Patreon goals, send them my way. This is the time. Interactivity is all-time high right now with all the stuff that I'm doing. I'm loving the people. So many people are submitting videos now for KO Gaming. It's crazy. Right now, if I have time right now, I'm going to edit one. Thank you for that. I love this. And this is what I mean. I almost feel like right now, I get the best relationship with my hardcore viewer base. Like, the people who are watching my stuff are loving this stuff so much. They like what I'm doing. A couple years ago, I felt like it was the opposite. People thought I was doing everything wrong and I wasn't listening. And now it's like the opposite. And now this shit happens with YouTube. It's like when it just won't leave me alone, right? Either one group's upset, okay, I'm going to improve myself. I positively improve myself. Things are turning around. Oh, YouTube fucks me in the ass with ad revenue. Fuck this. No, I'm not putting up with this shit. No more. No fucking more. I'm going to find out what's going on. But in the meantime, please do what you can to help. All right? So, on Twitter, at the end of this week, I'll let you know what day I'm going to start working earlier. I'll also let you know the days that I'm going to have off, so you know when to not expect the stream, all right? Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll see you all on stream. All right, tomorrow I'm actually finishing up Neo on stream, which is going to be pretty crazy. I heard the end is insanely difficult. Great, so more rage. Oh, yeah, I know you want to see that, so...
Why the fuck is he talking about this here?
And let's play it from here, all right? Thank you so much to everyone for your support, all right?
Oh, man, this dude is the worst.
This is a job. I don't want to give up. I don't want to fail at something when
you
I'm
already
not
failed.
People are watching this stuff. They're liking the stuff. This is good. Feels improving. I'm getting all positive feedback. And then lower income.
All positive feedback. Okay.
Lower income thanks to YouTube. Enough is enough. And if it comes to the point where I'm going to have to demand a fucking personal call with YouTube management to get an answer out of the horse's fucking mouth why they can't do their jobs, I'm going to get it. And I'm going to get you all the answers because I've had enough of this shit. I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm going to say, 8 years of my fucking life, I worked for you. I gave you free content on YouTube, you motherfuckers, for you to have shit on your website.
You gave them free content, but they gave you ads and paid you, though.
Right? Never, what the fuck? It's not like, it's certainly not like they put out their own content to make their fucking website popular. I was one of the people who spearheaded the raw reactionary style Let's Plays on YouTube. A lot of the shit that you see now is derivative of my work. That I started on YouTube from 2008.
A lot of the gameplay videos you see on YouTube now only exist because Dark Side Phil came out. That's why he's so popular, and that's why he's begging for 40 minutes for money from his young adult and teenage fans.
To 2012, right. I was one of the first people to do playthroughs like that.
Right.
From the hip, shooting from the hip, not a walkthrough, right? I was one of the first people to become popular doing it, is what I should say. I wasn't one of the first people who did it, but I was one of the first people who became popular doing it, and then was able to monetize his videos and make a living doing it. That made it all possible for tons of other people to come after me and become way bigger and better than me. That's fine. I never asked to be big and rich and famous.
Well, he actually said they're better than him.
Fucking thing.
Usually he kind of shit on them in general.
And I every month have to deal with more bullshit from people who fucking can't do their goddamn jobs. I swear to God, I'm gonna have them by the fucking balls. All right, calm down now. That's it, everyone. Thank you for your support. I'll let you know when the schedule is gonna change on Twitter soon, in a few days. All right, and whatever you can do, whether it's Patreon, whether it's Twitch support with subs or whatever, whether it's something else, please, now is the time.
I like how it's no watch the videos, just give me money. Whatever you can do, give me money.
Let's get through this, and let's hope, fucking God, let's hope that YouTube gets back to me and says, oh, okay, we fucked up. Something happened, and this is why the ad revenue is so low, but it's going to get fixed or whatever. Something's got to give. And I'm not giving up on my business after 8 years. I refuse.
All right, whatever. That's the end of that. We have a secret surprise. Well, not a secret surprise. We have an extra video. I can't even come up with a creative fucking term. We have another video uploaded 23 minutes ago. I saw this looking at my actual desktop computer, searching for other stuff. And when I hit the home YouTube button thing, YouTube was like, yo fam, you gotta watch this now. It's fucking godlike. It's a new video. Thanks. I do like the thumbs up thumbnail. Very obvious he chooses these thumbnails. Thumbs up thumbnail. Okay, let's see. Huge update. Machinima's discovery and going to bat for me. Description: as a follow-up to yesterday's important vlog, Machinima, my partner network, further dove into my channel data today and made some big discoveries. Watch this video to find out the skinny. I gotta watch an 18-minute long video to get 5 minutes of information. Want to save money with a new Loot Crate subscription?
Okay, what's up, everyone?
He wearing a black shirt.
DSP
the big shirt. He watched it. He watched it last night.
To another vlog, a big update in regards to yesterday's video that I put out right here on the King of Hate vlog. 7,000 people already checked it out. Thank you for that. I know a lot of people are talking about this because they're worried. They're like, Phil, that vlog you made, you know, this sucks. Ad revenue plummeting into the toilet.
Fucking God, listen to this cunt.
Makes no sense whatsoever.
You think he's so
Logically,
important?
In February, ad revenue goes up on YouTube, yet for you it went down. How does this make any sense? And, you know, people are worried. I want to say thank you to those who already have been contacting me. I'll be honest here. I haven't had a chance. I got... Oh, my God. I've got a good dozen emails or more.
A dozen? That's it?
Trying to help out, giving me advice. People pledged
to
Patreon today. Thank you if you pledged to my Patreon. You know, people basically trying to help me out here because who knows what's going to happen if I'm going to be able to pay my bills come from April if this ad revenue issue sticks. Okay. So if you want the full skinny on that, watch the video I put up here yesterday. I'm not going to go into full detail about it. What I'm here to do is to give everyone an update.
If you want the full skinny, watch this hour-long video and then watch this 18-minute long video.
Because I heard back from Machinima today, huge positive news, and boy did I need it, because let me tell you, here I am today, I'm streaming Neo, the end of Neo, I do the final mission, which unlocks 3 post-game missions. I'm like, oh, this is good, let me take a quick break, I'm going to jump into this post-game challenging content that I heard is really challenging, and I head downstairs into my kitchen, and there's a puddle of water in front of my sink. I'm looking down like, what the fuck
does this have to do with anything?
Pouring out. I'm looking up, nothing's leaking, what's going on? I turn on the faucet, water starts pouring down into the bottom of my cabinet. And I look at the back wall and I realize this has been an ongoing issue apparently for a while, but we never would know. How would you know that there's a leak under your sink if it's only when you turn your faucet on, right? Because then how would you see or hear the water? You wouldn't, and it never accumulated to the point where it spilled out, so we never saw it. There's mold on the back wall.
They never look under the sink? They don't store anything under there? Oh my God.
Sink. I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's like when it rains, it pours. So not only did I find out that ad revenue was absolutely terrible in February and it's putting me out of business, now I've got a crazy ass leak in my sink and there's mold everywhere in my kitchen. I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously. So I had to stop streaming earlier today. And I had to basically, for the past hour, that's why I look like shit and everything, I was scrubbing mold out from underneath my sink. I called a plumber. Plumber's coming tomorrow morning to look into this. More than likely, I get the feeling they're going to have to replace the whole faucet, because the faucet's the original one from this house. This house was built in the 1990s. It's probably falling apart, and it's probably going to be several $100s of repair cost. Great, just what I need when I'm making no money on YouTube, right? But I digress. That's my day today. But then I read my email and got good news. I'm like, holy shit, I've got to share this news with everyone. All right, here's the deal. Here's what's going on. Machinima looked into my concerns regarding ad revenue plummeting in February. And they literally, the first thing that they said to me this time was, this doesn't make any sense. Everyone's ad revenue went up in February. So I was correct with my estimation that in February, ad revenue goes from a low in January and it spikes up because, like I said, there's the Super Bowl, all those ads, there's new movies. I know for a fact ad revenue spikes on YouTube in February, okay? So for me to lose money in February and make less money on ads makes no sense. If you remember from yesterday's video, 35% decrease in the amount of money I made on advertisements from January, which was already down. It makes no logical sense whatsoever, okay? So here's what Machinima has found. They did the math, and they said, Phil, we have confirmed that for some reason your channel made, they didn't give me a percent, but they actually gave me a number, so I can actually explain to you how it works, okay? The way it works, the way that ad revenue is measured is per 1,000 views. So on average, there's some people who make more and some people who make less. On average, in the month of January, I made about $1.70, I think, per 1,000 ad-supported views. Now, there's plenty of people who watch it and they don't get ads because they're in regions that there are no ads. There's people who have ad block on. So me telling you $1.70 means nothing. It doesn't mean that I made $1.70 per 1,000 views. It actually means I made way less than that, okay? But that's the estimate. In January went down. On average, a good amount you're looking to make on YouTube for ad revenue is around $2 per 1,000 views. That's kind of what you want. You want around $2 per 1,000 views, because that's kind of a good average. Now, the thing is, the end of the year, the holidays, it goes up. Usually it's like $3, $4, $5. And then in January, it plummets. It goes below $2, which is what happened for me. They said, in January, it looks like you made about $1.70 per 1,000 views for those who actually had ads supported and all that. In February so far, you're making $1.30. $1.30. So think about that. That's 40 cents out of $1.70. So that's about a fourth, a little more, no, a little less than a fourth, I guess you could say, of a decrease from what I was making in January. That's crazy. So already January it dipped, and then it dipped another fourth, another 25%. So it's true. It already had dipped by some, 10, 20% in January. Then it dipped another 25%. So that's what's happening. They said, we confirmed this. Your channel is making way less money on ads, and we don't know why. And here's what Machinima is saying. They're saying, no, your ad revenue should have gone up. There is no legitimate reason here why your channel should be making less money on ads. It makes no sense. Now, what they did say to me was the only situation where they've seen this happen, where ad revenue goes down for someone like this, is if a video and or their channel is deemed as what's called... hold on, because they have the term. I have the exact term. I had the exact term. The email disappeared. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on.
Oh. I have nothing to say. This is really good content for a video.
I lost it, and now I can't find it. God damn it. Of course, when I'm doing this is when it has to happen, right? The email has disappeared from my inbox, even though there's no reason for it. Oh, wait a minute. I sent a reply. I should be able to find it based off of that. I'm sorry for the delay, everyone. This is pissing me off. Here we go. Got it. Jesus Christ. Okay. It's called...
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God.
It's deemed advertiser unfriendly. Alright? What does that mean? It means that an advertiser or someone looked at the channel and said, this channel...
We have a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen. We have a breakthrough. remember way back in the day when everybody on YouTube was crying like little bitches, and everybody, well, I can't say everybody, when a lot of people on YouTube was crying like bitches, and a lot of YouTube viewers, me included, was like, oh man, this channel is going to go away, this channel is going to go away, this channel is going to go away, because they make drama videos, because people that make drama videos and people that make videos with a lot of cursing, people that make videos talking about a lot of, you know, stuff that advertisers wouldn't want advertisement on, they was getting advertisement taken off of their videos and they couldn't get it back. And I remember DSP made a video about that. It's a pretty long video. It was a Phil Reacts video. I'm going to try to find it. I will watch it, but I've been here long enough already. This has already wasted enough of my life clock, as a low-tier guy would say. And I don't think I want to waste extra on it. I mean, I do have to work again today. I already went to work and came home from work, but I'm going to stream today, and that's work too. I'm not even getting paid for it. So I'm not wasting more life clock on this. But let me see, after this laptop decides that it feels like loading, I'm going to find the video that you can refer to see this information. But basically, DSP made a video talking about people losing YouTube, using the rights to put ads on videos. It was a Phil Reacts video. And he pretty much went on to say, well, that didn't happen to me. And I have thousands of videos, and it didn't happen to me. He kind of bragged about it low key. He was like, well, that didn't happen to me. And I have thousands of videos. You know why it didn't happen to me? Because I didn't incorrectly tag my videos. I didn't put things like rape in the tags of my videos and blah, 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 blah. And that shit, all of this time later, snuck up on his ass. And now he going through the same thing those other YouTubers was going through. But guess what? Those other YouTubers didn't do YouTube full time, and if they did, they're still making a lot of money anyway. He was in between, so he getting fucked by it. Ha ha. Let me see if I can find it. I can't help but not feel bad for him, because when it happened to other people, he crapped on them and he bragged about how he didn't have ads taken off of his videos. So fuck him. But anyway, it was called YouTube Ads Being Removed, Phil Reacts.
What's
and
going
all
on
these
there?
months later, this is uploaded in September of last year, 2016. All these months later, that shit caught up to his bum ass, and it's fucking him right now. Ha ha.
It doesn't look like it would be advertisement friendly. Now, what kind of channels get this? This was actually a big controversy earlier in 2016 when people who were vloggers were doing vlogs about things with tags that had like sex or rape and stuff like that. Politics, they were doing videos on politics, and those were being deemed as advertiser unfriendly. And the vloggers were complaining on YouTube, we're vlogging about stuff that's pertinent topics, and you're telling me just because it's a topic that maybe isn't like PG, that it's advertiser unfriendly, and now I can't make money on it anymore? So what happens on YouTube, if you have a video that's deemed advertiser unfriendly, first of all, you're supposed to get a notification, and in the video manager, which is a page on YouTube for anyone who uploads videos, there's a little icon.
You probably didn't get a notification because you have thousands of videos.
When you monetize a video and it says green for monetized, it changes supposedly to yellow and says it is monetized, but it's been deemed advertiser unfriendly, therefore you're going to earn limited ad revenue on this video. All right, now that's a per video. That's not even supposed to be a blanket thing that happens to an entire channel. But what Machinima is telling me is, yeah, for DSP Gaming, your entire channel in February is making less ad revenue for no apparent reason. And they even said, they said, we see nothing. There's no indication.
Yes. No apparent reason, even though his tags are lies. No apparent reason, even though all of his videos is just fucking toilet humor. I mean, obviously, a fucking car dealership is going to want that advertisement on a video when a dude just saying shitty dicks and shit and balls and ass and cock all over and over and over. Obviously, a car dealership is going to want advertisement on that video. It's a godlike video.
Anywhere that you've been deemed advertiser unfriendly. In fact, it wouldn't even make logical sense. All I do on DSP Gaming is let's play videos of video games, right? I'm not doing controversial topics, nothing, none of that stuff. It's just raw gameplay, which has forever been deemed as advertisement worthy on YouTube, so it's complete horseshit. I mean, I had an advertisement or a partnership contract to put advertisements on my videos since 2011. I'm pretty sure that 6 years later, one night, someone didn't flip a switch and say, all video game, gameplay is now advertiser unfriendly on YouTube. Bullshit, right? So that was the first email I got from Machinima.
You got fucked, buddy.
I did have a 25% roughly decline in ad revenue from January to February. It's confirmed by YouTube, or confirmed by Machinima, excuse me.
Oh god, you did 2 rage bursts. It's $20 on Steam right now.
Right in my estimation.
Holy Jesus, that's a pretty good price.
Right there, and there seems to be no logical reason why this happened. It seems to be an error.
I'm about to think about that.
I'm not deemed advertiser unfriendly. There's no indication anywhere.
Well, you could play that game co-op.
Okay, so then Machinima followed up again later, and about half an hour later sent me another email and said, Phil, FYI, we're looking into this for you. We're deep diving into our data. We found someone else who is also a managed partner in our network, just like you.
Who is it?
Who has the same problem. Now, I don't know if they were aware of it or not, but we found
He's not going to tell us who it is.
Now we have 2 cases. So now we're going to YouTube to find out what is going on with you and this other person, because this, obviously it's ridiculous. I'm going to go out of business. This is ridiculous. I'm making less money for no reason. So everyone else who puts videos on YouTube is making more money than me right now. So
it's astonishing that happened.
To be the shit stain of YouTube because someone at YouTube
is
a fucking idiot. And I'm so
He's been the shit stain of YouTube.
I've so had it with that.
At least one of them.
I've had it with having my business get screwed over every little which way by YouTube. They've changed so many things over the years that have screwed over me and my business model. I'm infuriated.
Only reason why Machinima is helping him because Machinima's making 35% less money too.
Oh my god, it's really hard for me to not want to file a lawsuit at this point. Seriously.
You don't have enough money to.
It's really getting difficult. And of course people are saying, Phil, but you signed terms of service when you signed up for YouTube. And so what?
So what?
All the shit that I have compiled, who's to say that if I were to take them to court for wrongful treatment...
When you go to a judge and the judge say, you signed an agreement saying you wouldn't do this, you just say, so what? And everything goes through. Of course.
Oh, look at this. Every little thing they've done hurt my business, yet they weren't transparent.
It hurt a lot of people.
This in particular. Zero transparency about taking away ad revenue from me for no fucking reason. They don't have a leg to stand on here. They have no defense whatsoever for what they've done to me. Okay?
He's such a fucking brat, DSP. Oh my god.
You take YouTube to court, I'm not going to be doing this no more. So the thing is,
he is such a fucking brat.
They'll find out maybe it was an internal glitch, it was an error. Maybe they got an employee who hates my guts. He's a fucking detractor and he watches all the fucking
Detractor employee
on YouTube. And he's a dick and he decided behind the scenes to flick on the switch to lower my ad revenue on DSP Gaming. Who fucking knows what it is? I actually don't even give a fuck. I just want it fixed. Because now it's 3 weeks. Over 3 weeks in February. Today's what, the 23rd? So 23 days where I've been making 25% less than what I'm supposed to be making.
That blows, though. I won't lie to you that he didn't know. But whatever. He got a hold of that shit.
Say, oh, well, we fixed it now, so it's good going forward.
Yep, they're not going to give him old money back.
Basically. So, I don't know. I'm still nervous. We don't know what's going on, but this is at least we've got confirmation that the issue exists. From Machinima's standpoint, this is completely erroneous, and they're going to bat for me with, with YouTube, and hopefully they'll have an update. Okay? And that's about it. That's what I have for you now.
It took them 12 minutes to give us that information, by the way. And it's another, like, 6 minutes of this. For what?
It's not guaranteed to start at the right time because it depends on when this plumber shows up. I'll post that up on Twitter so people understand that. But this plumber's coming between 11 and 1 tomorrow.
You got to point to it.
By 12, my stream. No guarantee I can even do that now because I don't know.
Got to point to it for the morons that don't fucking read, apparently. No, they can see and they can read. They just don't notice it until you point to it. Fucking chimpanzees or some shit.
So we have to go buy you a replacement faucet, then install. It's going to be hundreds of dollars and hours of labor. I just want to play games, man. I just want to have fun.
I hate to laugh at this.
I'm serious now. I just want to go back.
I don't hate to laugh at it. I feel bad though. Kinda. A little tiny bit.
When every day I could just walk in, I could play games and have
fun.
Fuck
this dude.
I don't have to worry about ad revenue.
I have to work my ass off. Get the fuck out of here.
Strikes. I don't have to worry about nasty fucking people saying shit behind my back and saying I'm a liar. That's someone's been spamming me today. I lied in my video last month in January. I lied about what I had made. No, I didn't. What the fuck are you talking about, you stupid idiot? Like, this is what I mean, but they take this shit. Oh, Phil made a video in January saying that he had made less money. Now he makes one in February, and it contradicts the first one. Therefore, Phil's a terrible person and a liar. What? Like, what? And that's it. There's no evidence, because it's not. It's factually untrue, what they're saying, but they'll all hype each other up about it, right? They hype each other up, and now it's a group mentality.
Why is this fucking moron talking about this right now? Also nice bouncing around with your bag back.
Bandwagon, and now they all believe it. I just want to go back and
like, it's one of the things I kind of pointed out earlier. He say his condo in Connecticut is around $1,500 a month. Then he say his 4-bedroom fucking mini mansion is about the same price of the condo in Connecticut. So that means that's about $1,500 a month. Then he say he lost thousands of dollars. So that makes me think, like, you can't have more than $3 or $4 grand a month in bills, right? There's no way he paying more than he paying for that house on something else. Like, you can't give so much information if none of it is, if even some of it is a little bit off, because it's gonna all come back and contradict each other, if that makes sense. If you're gonna give so much information, it's gotta all be true, or you gotta really, really do a good job at keeping up with lies, which is why you don't give any information at all. But this dude is really fucking desperate, so he giving a whole bunch of information. And I don't think he giving 100% true information. I think he kind of, stretching the truth a little bit in some things and giving the full truth on other things, which is why a lot of stuff don't add up to a lot of different people, even if you don't go along with what everybody else say. Shit still just don't add up.
To be playing games every day and having fun and not having this, it's just ridiculous. Like, this is just out of control. What is going on? That all I ever wanted to do was play a video game, react to it,
react to it,
and we could all have a good time together and be entertained, right?
He's a shitty React channel except with fucking video games.
What happened to YouTube? Really, what the fuck happened to this website? Look what it is now. It's nothing like what it used to be. It's all...
Does he not look in the mirror? Look at what YouTube is. It's nothing like what it used to be. You're right. You didn't have 40 minutes of dudes asking their fans for money on YouTube 8 years ago. And you didn't have black dudes reacting to it for some reason. You didn't have that 8 years ago.
Oh, big time production, corporate shit. The big guys who are going to make us tons of ad revenue. It's all about...
The big guys. Coming from a dude that pays all of his bills from making gameplay videos. In my opinion, that's pretty big. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't pay any bills with YouTube money. He paying all of his bills with YouTube money and fan money. But then he find the people that's like the 1% of YouTube and he got to shit on them.
Look what they did to me. Fuck Phil. He's only been here for 8 fucking years. Put up over 50,000 gameplay videos on YouTube total. And, provided how many years...
I like how YouTube's supposed to care about him because they've been around for 8 years. They're supposed to shoot him special.
Because he's not PewDiePie, right? So, to hell with him. It's like, what the fuck, man? This is out of control at this point. And I'm glad, thank God. And people say to me, why are you still with Machinima? Partnered networks are a thing of the past. Well, 2 reasons. Number one, because I'm with Machinima under a managed partnership, I have a lot of protections from things like Content ID. One of the major reasons why people have a lot of...
What's the point of telling us any of this?
For YouTube.
This is worthless information. This is why the video is like 8 minutes longer.
From over here, Nintendo stealing every possible video that you made ever about Nintendo and claiming all the revenue on them.
Also, I love it how if he plays a Nintendo game and uploads a video and Nintendo take the money, it's Nintendo stealing money. But if he cheeses the system and uploads Nintendo stuff but has a managed partnership so then he could upload Nintendo stuff without losing anything, I like how that's not stealing. I think when you take something or get something that's owed to another entity, it's considered stealing. And Nintendo is owed that money because that's the way YouTube with Nintendo work now. So I think him uploading Nintendo stuff is kind of like stealing from them. You paid to play the game. You didn't pay to play the game and upload it to YouTube and try to make double of what you paid for the game, or even more than that. You didn't pay for that. You paid to play the game. You didn't pay for all this extra shit. Nintendo should charge more for their games. They should have like a fucking YouTuber license. If you want to be a YouTuber and make money off our game, you pay like $300 for the game, and we won't take money off of fucking videos. They should do that. Just say fuck you to all these goddamn Let's Players that think they fucking owe the right to be able to make money playing their games. Whatever.
Content ID is
and somebody could post a fucking paragraph long comment going against Nintendo and saying they hate gamers because they do it or something. Get the fuck out of here.
For someone who's not with a partnered network, because
get that ass banned.
I get no content ID matches and I get ad revenue on all of my videos, so that's a great thing. But in all honesty, The real reason I'm still with Machinima is because of this right here. Because they deep dive the data, they find out what's going on, and they go to bat for me. They've done it multiple times. When I had false copyright strikes 2 years ago, they were right there. They had a whole meeting with YouTube about it and got it cleared up very quickly. It was supposed to take 2 weeks. They got it cleared up within a few days.
Look at DSP get special treatment like the big YouTubers, right?
They do, you know, like, I can't complain. They really do a good job of taking care of me. And always, I've been with them for 8 years, and I never, you know, never ever have I really thought about leaving them. Because not only do they have this kind of service for me, but they also have the best contract of anyone. I've looked out there for other partnership networks and opportunities.
Ooh, boy, this is a lot of worthless information right here, boy. Okay, I'm opting out. I don't want to hear this shit anymore. I'm fucking done. Jesus Christ. All right, well, there you go. That's all the tea on DSP. Hopefully he doesn't upload another fucking video tomorrow or some shit. I can't really feel bad for him because he was bragging about not getting the ads taken off of his video, thinking that he was so fucking special and all of his videos didn't have bullshit tags and his videos didn't have bullshit content. So that's why he didn't get the ads taken off of his videos. I love that all of these months later, his whole fucking channel got flagged as not being able to do that, which doesn't make sense because if his whole channel got flagged, why would it be down 35%? No, I'm tweaking. I forget. When you do, it's 2 fucking male mosquitoes in my room. Big ass motherfucker. Just flying around doing nothing. I forget, when you do this thing, advertisers can either get advertisement on channels and on videos that are recommended or ones that are not. So I guess the 35% is the people that have a lot of money and they don't want to give money to people that's not recommended. And the rest is just people that want ads on anything. So he probably got really shitty ads then. You know what? Let me go on a little field trip before we finish up. Then I'll be done like I said earlier. You want to join the Persona 5 giveaway?
Can't do anything. I was pressing buttons.
As I hear a stupid Twitch notification, somebody follow me. KM Kala follow me. Thanks. You're not watching this video, I'm sure. Yeah, join that hot giveaway. I'll have a link in the description. It's going until April 1st. So if you see this video before April 1st, you can still join the giveaway. Only requirement is to follow me on Twitch, pretty much. Let me see one of his videos and see what ads I get. I don't know how this mic picking me up. Oh, man. This video took up so much of my day. All right, let's see. Whoops.
All right, so
nice, funny audio for this game. Let me turn off Ad Bleezy right quick and refresh and see what they give me, and then we'll be out of here. I want to see who lets ads run on anything. What company?
As I live
hey, a
and
movie.
Breathe, the Wolverine.
So it ain't that bad.
Girl. What is she?
Shitty movie trailer. It's not that bad. If you refresh, do you get the same ad? If it loads. Come on. Oh man, this laptop.
all right, so I wonder what the next boss will be here in this boss rush I have.
I don't even feel like trying to check again. It loads. This fucking laptop loads so goddamn slow sometimes. It's not a bad laptop. I just overuse it, and I don't have a fan for it because I lost the fan when the flood happened, and I never bought another one. I need to buy another one, I guess, because that did help it out a little bit. Whoa! Why he got so much ads on his video? What the hell? 113 dislikes.
All right,
this
this
guy
is it, the final push, right? Demon King revealed.
I'm trying to force it to fucking play the ads, but it's being a fucking cocksucker about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Counting the first one. 5 ads on a 30-minute video. Fuck. Okay. And he also claimed on Twitter one time that he don't manually place these ads. I was watching his it was his review for For Honor, I believe. And he took a pause Like he was about to go on to another subject in the review, and I got an ad right after the pause and right before he started saying a new, like before he started on a new subject. If he don't manually place the ads, the fucking bot that placed the ads is fucking godlike, because these ads are so perfectly timed. He'll be like, all right, let's go through this room right here. Ad cut off. All right, so what's in here? Like the ads are way too perfect. It's just to say he's not manually placing them. I don't know how that shit worked though. I never bothered to put ads on videos because I don't want to. First of all, I would probably get like $2. Wouldn't be worth it, and I don't want to take any kind of backlash for something so stupid and something that's gonna give me almost nothing. We can flash back to when something like that happened before with another YouTube uploader that uploaded DSP stuff. Got mad shit for it. Pretty much got ran out of business. And now a bunch of people do it, and no one shits on them because they don't want to start infights. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, I am Audi 5000G. Don't think there's really anything else for me to talk about. I'm pretty annoyed because I spent 2 hours out of my day doing this. But it's all right, because after I'm done with this video, I can go to work, which is just streaming on Twitch apparently. That counts as work. I really hope this video not desynced audio-wise. If it is, I'm going to upload it after I kill myself. And if it's not, then I'm going to upload it without killing myself. But hate you all. And I'll see you in the next video. Maybe.